Good evening. We are live here in beautiful Aztec, New Mexico at Fred Cook Memorial Stadium for the big showdown tonight. It's going to be the number 14 ranked, the Aztec Tigers, 1-2 on the season. They host the number 8 ranked team in 4A. It is also the Taos Tigers, and they are 0-3 on the season. I'm Albert Velarde, Stephen Parks, my partner all season long. We got Corey Kitchens on the other side, and we got Jacob Olguin on the camera. And, of course, Annabelle Kitchens helping on the switcher with our production team. Stephen, we weren't sure when, if or at all, we were going to get this game turned on and get it ready to go tonight with the lightning delays, but we're going to get it in.
Yeah, that's right. We're actually almost back to the original start time of 6 o'clock, but they were trying to adjust for the weather because, I mean, I was watching it all day as well. It looked like we were going to have some pretty good weather this evening, but fortunately, it looks like it's going to blow out. We're going to be able to have this game this evening. Did we just see who won the toss? Sorry, I was talking, but they just had the toss out there.
So Taos will receive, okay, and Aztec will kick from the south, so that's going to be right to left. Hey, Aztec Tigers, they are 1-2 on the season, Stephen. They won their first game against Rio Grande 28-20, and then lost back-to-back games against the Miami Patriots 46-21. That game was a lot closer than the score reveals. And then they lost to Bayfield in Bayfield's first game of the season last Friday night in Bayfield, 38-0. And then, of course, Taos 0-3. They've lost to St. Michael's 26-0, defending state champ in 3A. And then the Los Alamos Hilltoppers, they lost that game 42-19 and lost last weekend against Highland 26-20. Aztec and Taos are 3-3 all time against one another. We should expect some fireworks tonight, Stephen. Both of these teams low on the numbers right now.
Yeah, I mean, you can look over there on Taos' sidelines, and they probably have a few more than Aztec does, and that's kind of been a trend this season. We've been seeing a lot of these teams down on numbers. But I think, like Aztec so far this season, to get into them a little bit, fortunately they have a couple players that came back. They have Hunter Nichols. That's a huge one. He's back this evening. He was out against Bayfield. But Aztec seems to be that. They've been a second half team this season. When they were down in Rio Grande, they were down 20-0 at halftime, I believe, and they came back and won 28-20. Last week against Bayfield, they were down 38-0 at halftime, and that was the end. That was the final score was 38-0. They came out in the second half and were able to play some defense and shut down that Bayfield offense. So, Aztec this evening, they need to start from the beginning of the game. Is kind of where I'm at. If they can come out and get a solid start against Miami, they did. They ran back that opening kickoff and they had some offense going. They just kind of ran out of gas in that game, and it looks like we're fixing to do they're gonna bring out the big flag is what they're doing. That's where they're all running to down on that end of the field. But yeah, Aztec, I think they have to get started from the beginning, and they have to be able to finish.
Well, I think the important thing is it's going to set the tone for them tonight. They're kicking off to Taos. Their defense has to come up with a stop. The offense can put points on the board all they want to, but if the defense does not stop the offense, yes, folks, I know it sounds so simple and very elementary to say that, but in a season like we're going through right now, Stephen, it's very important for this defense to come out to get this game started with a big-time defensive stop and then flip the side over. They got to get on offense, and they got to find a way to drive the football down the field and get it into the end zone.
Yeah, you're right. That when they played Miami, I don't think they were able to get one defensive stop that game. And yeah, they had some offense, but if you can't keep up score for score, then it's just not going to be an easy game for you. So you're right. They got to come out and get a defensive stop. And I always say it, you got to win in the trenches. They're going to have to win down there on that offensive and defensive line to get things going tonight.
Yeah, Aztec ranked number 14, Taos number 8. We had Taos, or at least I had Taos in my early preseason rankings. I think I put them at 5. I really felt like they were going to do some damage this year. Of course, now opening night, for district. This is a first district game for both of these teams. I believe everybody in the district right now are playing. Bloomfield's at Kirtland, number 1 ranked Bloomfield at number 15 ranked Kirtland. Number 9, Pedro Vista, they are hosting number 10 Alamogordo in Farmington. Number 12 ranked Farmington Scorpions, 0-3 on the season. They're at the Falcons 2-1. Shiprock is off tonight, and Navajo Prep played last night. They lost their first game 14-8 to Crown Point.
Okay.
So we're going to get set to go here, Stephen.
All right. Looks like we're fixing to do the national anthem as the JROTC has. I'm not sure if they're going to go out on the field, but this is the game where they do the big flag. We always enjoy this one.
It's amazing to watch. Hang tight with us here. We'll be back in about 2 minutes with the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, in our presentation of colors, our junior ROTC, we have Cadet Sergeant Varela, with the state rifle, Cadet Second Lieutenant Wilson with the New Mexico flag, Cadet Command Sergeant Major Princess with the American flag, and Cadet Sergeant Clinton with the national rifle. And at this time, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to go ahead and turn things over to Emma Matthews, our team captain, who's going to be singing our national anthem. Emma? You see.
All right. Well, hey, the crowd is going to take over the national anthem, Stephen, as the microphone went out for our national anthem singer. But, folks, we're set to go. It's going to be the number 14 ranked Aztec Tigers taking on the number 8 ranked Taos Tigers. And if any of you are tuning in for Aztec or for the Taos Tigers, send us a text message at 505-701-2222. Again, that's 505-701-2222. 2222. And Stephen, if you're going to hop on social media and follow us, give them that information.
Yeah, we excuse me, we will be on our website, www.desertsportslive.com. We are on YouTube. If you go there to search us, go to the little @ symbol at YouTube, or I'm sorry, at Desert Sports Live on YouTube, and we are also on the NFHS network. So if you know anybody or if you're on the NFHS network and you know of somebody that would like to watch this game, it's free of charge. You can go to YouTube or you can go to our website, and they can watch the games there. And like Albert said, send us a text message at 505-701-2222, or get on YouTube, and I'll try to be watching the comments there. But it looks like we already got a text in.
We do. Good evening, gentlemen. Thanks for bringing us the game. I would like to pray for the boys and both sides of the ball that they leave the field tonight as they arrived healthy and without injury. Safe travel to the Taos Tigers and their family and friends, and go Tigers, from Nana Brown.
All right.
Coming in. So thank you, Nana Brown. That was an amazing text to come in. And we also want to say hello to Lacey Phelps, board member for the Aztec High School School District. Phillips. What did I say? Phelps. It was my bad. Phillips.
Yeah.
She's going to strangle me on that one because I talk to her just about every week. So, there's the first two techs coming in for this game. They're rolling up the flag right now. As soon as they are able to get that removed from the field and everybody's still standing, then we'll get the game started. It was slated to start at 6. Got bumped to 5 for weather. As soon as 5 came, we thought we might get lucky, and then the Mother Nature peeked her head out and said, no, thank you, boys.
Yes,
we're going to reset this time probably 4 different times, I think, Stephen, and then we're set to go now.
Yeah, it's funny because we are pretty much originally back to the original game time. But here we go, and it looks like, Aztec actually has some more players suited up this evening that we haven't seen yet this season. They finally got their practices in. Some of them came back from injury, and I'm glad to see some of those kids back out there that they need back out on the field. So, man, this is going to be an interesting game because, like Albert said, we had in our early season polls, we had Taos up there pretty high, but they've been they have an 0-3 record. But I'm not gonna go off of that necessarily because they played some pretty decent teams, but we expected them to be a little bit farther along as far as wins were concerned at this point in the season.
That's right. Aztec coming out to get their kick coverage team out onto the field as they're going to be kicking off. They're short a player and trying to find the ball, so they got the player out there still trying to look for the ball. And typically they have that ready to go, but still trying to track that down. Taos, Steven comes in all white uniforms with the black helmets, Aztec in all black with the white helmets. And deep to return the kick for the Taos Tigers is going to be number 15. That's the senior David Vargas, and number 11. That's the senior Roman Quintana. Deep to return the kick for the Taos Tigers. And for the Aztec Tigers, they'll be kicking off. As it's number 5 that will be kicking off. That's Julius Dixon, the freshman for the Aztec Tigers. And folks, we're set to go here at Fred Cook Memorial Stadium in beautiful Aztec, New Mexico. It's windy. It's cold. It's like it's late October, early November football season.
And folks, hey, we got a clock up there tonight on the screen. Corey's going to be running the clock. And I just want to let you know, it's more for information. It's not connected to the actual game clock. We're going to try to keep it as close as possible. But it gives you an idea where we're at, in the quarter and what the time is. So here comes the opening kickoff as Dixon will kick it down to about the 25-yard line. It's going to be caught, and he will be, he almost went down, but he breaks free of a tackle. They will start with great field position as they will be on about the 44-yard line to get this drive started.
That was the junior fullback in number 30, Marcus Romero. So now the Taos Tigers and Evan Salazar, the quarterback for the Taos Tigers, will take the field. And they'll have the ball first down and 10 as they mark the ball at the 44-yard line. It's going to be pistol formation for Taos. Shotgun for the quarterback and Salazar. 2 running backs in the backfield. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. There's motion. That's number 5. There's a snap. Handoff to the tailback, and he's going to get hit immediately. I don't even know if he got a yard, Stephen. It was number 58 to meet him there first in the hole. And we apologize. We don't actually have his number from Aztec High School, so we would love to tell you who 58 is, but we couldn't tell you.
Yeah, he did a great job, busted right through the line, got it for no gain. So it'll be second down and 10 for Taos. And I apologize. I'm the one that typed Taos in. I fat-fingered it and got the Taos spelled wrong. So that is my fault. I apologize. We do know it's spelled wrong, and it won't let me edit it. So
there's a snap. It's going to be option read. He's going to tuck it and run. He's going to turn the corner across the 40 to the 30. He'll be pushed out of bounds short of the 25. Stephen, there was nothing fancy about that play. Option read. The cornerback covered the running back, and the quarterback was left wide open.
Yep, that was just great blocking right there. He made a great read on the option there as he faked the pitch. He got the defender going the wrong direction, and makes his way down the field for a 1st and 10 as they are now on the Tiger. What is that, 27-yard line?
Yeah, there you go. Salazar Looking over, the defense calls for the football. It's going to be handoff to number 6. He's going to cut back on the right-hand side of the offensive line as that hole closed awfully quick on him. Great job by the defense. That's Eli Lucero on the carry.
Yeah, nice little run. I mean, that's what you want to do. If you're going to run the ball, you want to pick up those, 3 or 4 yards if possible. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 7 for the Taos Tigers.
It's Mays and Lucero in the backfield. Salazar shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. There's motion. Fake handoff. It's going to be a pass in the end zone. He's open. Touchdown, Taos. Stephen, number 10 was right there. Salazar laid it right in the bread basket of Duran. And that was a 24-yard touchdown pass for Taos. They score first.
I mean, it was just a pass and catch it was just he outran the defender down this right side, and I'll tell you what, the quarterback for Taos put it right where it needed to go. Just a nice little over-the-shoulder catch as Taos will go up 6-0 pending this extra point. We have a number 4 out there to kick the extra point. That is Theo Blostein, I believe, and he is a senior for the Tigers. So the Taos just marches the ball right down the field to take the early lead as the score is now 7-0 Taos, and Aztec will come out to have their first opportunity on the offensive side of the ball.
Well, we're going to pull out our roster from Aztec last week because it's got more numbers on there than the one they gave us this week. So
Tatum Armstrong.
We'll go with that. Yeah, we apologize, folks, for you Aztec Tigers fans that were listening. We got that. We didn't have that name on the roster that the coaches gave us for tonight, so we pulled out the one from last week, and we're set to go deep to return the kick for the Aztec Tigers. That's number 1. All everything Tanner Olguin, and number 3, that is Jayton Sims. Deep to return the kick for the Tigers. Kicking off for the Taos Tigers is number 4, Theo Blostein. And Taos leads this game early, Steven, 7-0. Again, we looked at the top 10 rankings, and of course, a ton of teams from this district in the top 10. You've got Grants in there. You've got Bloomfield, of course, number 1. Espanola's in there again. Bernalillo is in there again. And then Taos is just right on the outside looking in.
Yeah, you got some pretty big-time teams on this side. This side of district play, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. There's 2 districts, but a lot of the top teams are on this north side of the district. There's the kickoff, and it looks like it's going to go to Jayton Sims. He's going to receive it. He's going to take off down the middle of the field. He's trying to make his way down the field, but he will be tackled at about the 28, 29-yard line. Should give him pretty decent field position here to start this drive.
So the Tigers will start from their own 29-yard line, 1st down and 10. And, you see Sims out there. He's replacing, obviously, Lorenzo Lucero, who's out this game with injury. And still, you look down here on the field, Steven, we've got a lot of guys in jerseys that we've seen in jerseys and street clothes almost this entire season.
Yeah.
I really would like to know, when some of those guys will come back, because Aztec will be about 40 players deep on the sideline. There's motion. Fake sweep. Now it's going to be inside handoff to Tanner. He's going to turn the corner. He's got the 1st down and more, as it's a pickup of 14 yards and a 1st down as Tanner Olguin gets the first drive going with the 1st down.
Yeah, Tanner, he's extremely quick and he's fast. And you saw it right there as he ran into a lineman, but he was able to quickly move from side to side. He jumps outside and takes off down the field for a 14-yard gain?
Yep.
So 1st down and 10 again for the Aztec Tigers.
It's 7-0 your score. We're in the 1st quarter. Ball is marked on the 42-yard line. There's motion. Jet sweep fake. kick. Now it'll be a keeper by Sims. Trying to find a lane. He had one. It was blocked, bounced off of the first would-be tackler. He's going to pick up 4 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and 6 for the Aztec Tigers from the 46-yard line.
Well, we got Robert Barrera, and he says, let's go Aztec. Put it on them. So thank you for that. That came across YouTube. Once again, 505-701-2222, or comment on YouTube. We'll give those shouts out live on air.
Absolutely. So Martin in the backfield now at the quarterback position. There's motion. That's Brody Sagata. It's going to be a sweep. Tanner Olguin, and he's going to go nowhere. Number 0 just blew up the offensive line, Steven, and Olguin had nowhere to go. It's going to be a loss of 4 yards on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 11 for the Aztec Tigers as the ball's marked on the 41.
Tanner had no chance right there. I mean, that play took so long to develop. Like, he ran out in the flat, and then he had to turn, and then Jayton tossed it to him. By the time he got the toss, number 0 was right there grabbing a hold of him. If they would have blocked him, Tanner would have had a lot of green grass to run on, but unfortunately, he gets dropped for a loss of 4 right there.
Well, I like how Aztec's approaching this offensive series. They're going power formation, two tight ends and 2 wing backs, and Sims is going to roll it out and just get everybody out of the way, and he took a big shot there, Steven. Gain of 2 yards, but he slowed down when he had the lane open. Steven did Sims. It just closed really fast on him.
I mean, he had some running room there, but then as soon as he saw people coming at him, he kind of slowed down and turned his shoulder, and they were able to tackle him for only a gain of 2. So Aztec going to be having to punt the ball here as Dixon comes out onto the field with 8:10 left here to go in this first quarter. Taos leading 7-0.
Here comes the punt from Dixon. The kick is up towards the sideline, and it's going to roll right out around the 41-yard line. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Taos Tigers, who lead this game 7-0 over Aztec with 7:59 on the clock here in the first quarter. And now you've got Salazar and company back out on the field. Steven Salazar, a senior for the Taos Tigers. And really, Taos, a senior-heavy team this year.
Yeah, they've got a big line. They've got some pretty big kids on that line too. So Hunter Nichols has his work cut out for him down there. But let's see if he can get into that backfield. He's back this week.
Big stop here needed for the Tigers defense. He's going to be brought down as it was a handoff as number 48 was in there for the tackle. That handoff went to number 27, Manuel Mace.
Yeah, Mullins with a nice tackle right there.
Oh, Mullins is back this week.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, glad to see him back too. Him and Nichols are 2 key impact players on that defensive side of the ball, and you saw it right there. He shot in there and was able to pick up that tackle. I mean, Mullins is not very big, but that kid loves to get in there and mix it up.
I'll tell you that is what keeps Mullins out on the field. You're right. He's not going to overpower you, or he's not going to overshadow you by height, or body mass. At least right now, he's got some time to grow into his body. But man, he flies around the field like a missile. And I mean, I got to tell you, that young man is going to have a bright future for the Aztec Tigers. The way he plays this game, Steven.
Yeah, so looks like he, number 55 for Taos. That is, let me see if I have him here. That's Miguel Martinez. Looks like he might have twisted his ankle or something, but he's making his way off the field. It's good to see him up on his feet anyway.
He's hopefully he can bounce back and get back into the game. Surely a couple of fans that made the trip all the way from Taos. There's probably 20 people over there, and it's cold.
And that is not an easy drive. We did that last season, and it was
brutal.
Yeah, it's
as late as we left. That was that brutal.
It's a tough drive for sure.
Well, here comes the Taos Tigers now as we got our good buddy who's running for city council, Jason Cortez, tuning in saying, just sitting at home, jamming out with you guys.
Nice.
Love tuning in to Desert Sports Live. Here we go. It's Evan Salazar. There's motion. That's number 5, Ortega. Fake handoff, play action. Swing pass, caught to number 27, and he's got some room. That should have been a flag for a crackback. Illegal crackback, no doubt about that, and that is coming back. What was supposed to be a really good play for Taos now, Steven, the wide receiver on the far side, clear as day had a crackback.
Oh, yeah, right in front. I mean, and honestly, that wasn't even necessary. That's if you're the coach for Taos, you're probably frustrated with that because he was already clear heading down the sidelines, and that was one of those. This is just too tempting, and he took a shot at it, and it was right in the open in front of the ref, and so that is going to bring them back. Is that a loss of down as well? Is that because they just changed it to 3rd down? So
was it crackback?
Yeah, I guess it
was a crackback.
Is that like a personal foul penalty?
It is.
Okay.
Yep.
So loss of down.
They might need to change that. Yep.
Yeah. Corey just informed us the white hat said 2nd. So, yeah, they're changing it back to 2nd down. I didn't know if that was some sort of loss of down on that crackback, but it was not. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for Taos. That was a nice little play they had.
Sure was.
Man, that thing, fortunately for Aztec, it came back.
If you're a Taos fan, that was an excellent play call. Again, same play, looking downfield. He's got separation, and the quarterback overthrew him, Steven. But number 10, that's Xavier Duran, had broke away from the covering cornerback and the covering safety. Incomplete, brings up 3rd down and 10 as the ball is on the 41.
Well, I'm not sure. I was watching the cornerback out there for Aztec, and he literally just ran up, let him run by, and then turned and started chasing him instead of backpedaling with the receiver and keeping him in front of him. He let him just run right by him.
We've got another text coming in. It's John Welch checking in from Albuquerque. It's a great day to be an Aztec Tiger.
Right.
Well, I agree with you on that one, pal.
Isn't that John Welch, the coach for the 8th grade team? Am I correct on that? I'm not
yes,
sure.
that's
okay.
right.
All right.
And we do hear you, folks. We do apologize again that we misspelled Taos on the computer and could not. Oh, fumble! And Taos is going to recover it. It's going to bring up 4th down right back to the line of scrimmage, but the handoff did not go well between Salazar and number 5, Alejandro Ortega, and it's going to bring out the punt team. Deep to turn the kick is going to be number 1. That's who you want to see back there, Steven. It's Tanner O'Gean.
That's right. That just looked like a miscommunication on that handoff. It like he didn't know he was supposed to get the ball, knocked it out of the quarterback's hands, and yes, I was the one that spelled Taos incorrectly. I apologize. It won't let me edit it to correct it, and I didn't notice it till after the game started, so I apologize.
Well, hey, that's all right. You're forgiven. We all forgive you, and hopefully you guys will give us some grace on that. It was just wild trying to get this game even started. That's going to be rolling out of bounds, but Aztec decides to let it go, so the Taos Tigers put a stop to that, and they're going to mark the ball 1st down and 10 from the 26-yard line. And we got our state champion wrestling coach. It's Levi Stout tuning in. Says, "Let's go Tigers! Nice. Protect the house."
That's right. 505-701-2222 if you want to text in. And it doesn't matter if you're from Taos and you want to text in and get a shout out for one of your players. Let us know or let us know on YouTube. I'm watching that chat as well.
All right, we got another text coming in. Go Aztec Tiger Jude Winters, number 25. Grandparents watching in from Arcadia, Oklahoma.
Awesome, Oklahoma.
Love hearing that. We got some Oklahoma people in the house. There's the fake jet sweep. It's going to be a direct keep by Tanner O'Gean, who was lined up into the backfield as the quarterback. And boy, that's why you like seeing him with the football, Steven. He can make things happen when everything is shut down. He gains 5. It brings up 2nd down and 5, where he probably should have lost 5.
And that's what I was trying to. Oh, we got a player down, but that's what I was trying to say earlier. He's quick and he's fast, and you saw it right there. He quickly jumped out. He got his foot caught. He jumped back away from that, got up the field, and he picked up 5 yards, which looked like it was going to be a loss of 2 or 3, and he manages to get 5 yards out of it. Looks like we have number 52 that's down on the field for Aztec. And once again, folks, man, good job, Corey. You got that clock dead on right now. So Corey's running the clock up here. He cannot see the actual game clock, so he's doing his best to start it and stop it. So that time you see up on the screen is it's going to be close. It might not be right on. So, you know, if it gets down to the end of the quarter, that's probably not going to be the exact time, and we'll try to keep up with that for you. We just want you to have an idea of where the time is in the quarter. So just be aware of that we are running a separate clock than the actual game clock.
Well, we got our good buddy Robert tuning in yet again. Great to hear you all broadcasting the game, listening to you all cheering for the Aztec Tigers. Let's go, boys. We agree with you on that one, sir. And it's a 7-0 lead for the Taos Tigers. Aztec has been able to get 2 back-to-back defensive stops. And now the Tigers trying to find a way to get the ball in the end zone. It's going to be 2nd down and 4 for the Aztec Tigers. They gave Olguin 6 yards on the last carry. Here's Sims. Snap. Fake handoff. It's going to be a design keeper trying to turn the corner, and it was there, Steven. He just did not turn on the jets when he had the lane open.
Yeah, you know, as soon as he sees the contact coming, he kind of bears down and takes the hit. Like, I mean, he just needs to run through that, lay that hit, and put it to him and get that yardage. But did he get a yard on that or no?
He got a yard.
Okay.
So 3rd down and 3 now for the Tigers as the ball's marked on the 34-yard line. Again, it's a cold, breezy night, but both of these teams happy as heck to get out here on the field.
Yeah, and it's turned out to be a nice evening. It's not too bad. I mean, there is a little breeze. It's kind of chilly, but it's not a bad evening.
Martin now the quarterback. Olguin behind or next to him, and it's going to start. Is they going to pop Olguin on that one?
No,
or did multiple
it was the line. It was number 51 on the line. He stood up too early on the cadence, and so that's going to take him back 5 yards. So that will make it a 3rd and, what is that, 8?
It is 3rd and 8. And you had 3rd down and 3. You just cannot give Taos, as good as they are of a team, those extra give-me's right there. Aztec needs to clean that up. Here is Martin in shotgun. Olguin lined up to the left side of him. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. There's a snap. They're going to pass the ball. Looking deep, and the pocket collapsed. He tried to pitch it out to Olguin, but it was too short, incomplete, and it's going to bring up 4th down. Steven, he had 3 different receivers open here. It just took too long for the receivers to hit their pass pattern and break open.
Yeah, he was already on the run and never had a chance to hit those guys on that run. We got our good buddy Joe Gomez. He says, "Let's go Tigers" from Team Martinez. Well, thank you, Joe, for watching. And oh, that one almost got blocked.
It's a low line drive kick, though. Not enough time for the coverage team to get there. It's Quintana on the return for Taos. And he's going to be brought down past the 30-yard line, close to probably the 29 or 28. So, Steven, he was able to get the punt off, was Dixon. The problem with that is he was under such duress to get the kick off. It was low and a line drive, which did not allow his team to get down the field.
Yeah,
great field position.
And I think when we went and watched Bayfield, we were talking about this. It'd probably be better for them just to kick away from the receiver down there and just let the ball roll, maybe kick it out of bounds. Don't give them a chance to return it. That was a big return for the Taos right there.
Big return. There's motion by Ortega. There's a snap. It's going to be a handoff to the up back now. And he's going to get hit quickly. I think he barely got back to the original line of scrimmage. That's Eli Lucero on the handoff. And he did. He got back to the original line of scrimmage, 2nd down and 10 from the 29.
Well, that was number 58. And if this roster is correct, that's Tatum Armstrong. If we're not saying the right name, please let us know. Did a great job. Came in from the far side, got into the backfield, and was able to wrap him up, got a hold of his waist, and then it had his buddies come out there and help him get that tackle. So nice job by Armstrong, number 58.
Salazar now in shotgun formation with only 1 running back. Lucero lined up to the left side of him. 2 receivers to each side of the field. Is certainly passing. There's the snap. It's going to be a post pattern towards the 10. And he did not catch it, so it's incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd down. It was awfully close.
Well, he made the catch. He did catch it, but he was out of bounds, right? Or did he miss?
He just said incomplete, so who knows?
I looked like he made the catch, but he was out of bounds. I was like, oh man, that was a nice. But it was another nice pass by the quarterback, nonetheless. But fortunately, it will be out of bounds. It'll bring up 3rd and 10 for Taos. So Aztec with a big opportunity here to get a stop. I'm sure this is probably 4 down territory for Taos, though. We have a flag. Is that going to be against
Well, it's a timeout, I think. Yeah, there we go. Timeout, Tigers.
They threw a flag over there on the other side of the field, and the ref's trying to get his attention.
Oh, you're right. There it is. And typically when you throw a flag, you hit your whistle twice really fast or even 3 times so the white hat knows that you're trying to get his attention. But you are right, Stephen. There's a flag around the 20-yard line on the opposite side of the field. So let's see what the call is.
What is this right here? It looked like he went.
That is illegal participation. That means that they had too many players out on the field.
That's what he just made that motion.
So, pardon me, did he put 2 hands or 1 hand? 2 hands, that's a legal man downfield.
Well, no, it looked like he put 1 hand.
Okay, so that would be illegal participation, too many men on the field. And if they let the play go, it should be a 15-yarder for Taos. Let's see what the call is here. So we'll see if they'll give Aztec a timeout. After that, there was a flag on the field. So let's see what the call is. We're still in timeout mode. Oh, well, he ain't going to tell us what it was again, but they said it was against Taos, but there's no yardage marked off. I bet it, I don't know.
They might have said the timeout was called and before he got the flag. I'm not sure what happened there. Anyhow, nonetheless, it is 3rd and 10 for the Taos Tigers.
Salazar with his running back Mays to the right of him. It's a swing pass attempt. Nope, he's going to throw it to number 11 right in the middle of the zone. Steven, he did a good job in Roman Quintana to find the soft spot in the middle of the field behind the linebackers. Nice throw from Salazar. Completion, first down, Taos from the 15-yard line.
Yeah, you're right. He just found the soft spot. He just was standing there waiting, and it looked like no defenders had a beat on him, and he was wide open. So nice job by Taos. Good job by, is that Sandoval, the quarterback?
It is.
Salazar to find that wide open receiver.
Mays in the backfield with Salazar. It's going to be a handoff to Mays right up the middle, and a great defensive tackle by number 51 for the Aztec Tigers, Xavier Wilson. And that's going to be right back, probably they gave him a yard. I thought he was right back at the original line of scrimmage, but a yard gain, so 2nd down and 9.
Good job by Xavier. Would you say Xavier Wilson?
That's right. Yeah. That's what we're going with from our last
roster. So hopefully, folks, like I said, if we're not right, let us know. We will correct it.
Under 3 minutes here in the first quarter. It's a 7-0 lead for Taos, but Taos on the move yet again. Here's the snap, handoff to the running back in Mays, right behind the center and the guard on the left side of the offensive line. They did a decent job of getting a push, Stephen, as they're going to gain 4 yards, so it'll bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Taos Tigers.
I'm having a hard time seeing these little numbers on this screen. I'm getting old. But just about 2 minutes on the clock here as the Taos knocking on the door. Aztec with another opportunity. Of course, like I said, this is 4-down territory for Taos. I can't imagine they'd be, well, I don't know. Maybe they do have a field goal kicker. I don't know.
I didn't see him warming up, but of course they didn't have a whole lot of time to warm up. Here's the swing pass attempt. Yep, they're going to dump it over the top, and he got right through there. I didn't see if he scored or not because I can't see from here.
They knocked him out like at the 6-inch line. It looks like they're going to put him on the 1.
So he gains 9 yards, and it's going to be it's going to be 1st and goal from the 1-yard line, as that was a swing pass completed again to number 27, Mays, and he almost got in. Nobody from Aztec's defense picked him up, Steven, so another good play.
You could see him. They noticed him, but it was way too late, by the time they saw what was happening, and he was wide open and made his way down the field. So there it looks like they got the big guy, number 0, there in the backfield. I will not be surprised if it gets handed to him.
Well, we apologize. We do not have number 0 on our roster for Taos. So here we go. They're going to go under centers. They had too many men on the field. That's right, Mr. White Hat. You got to throw the flag. They're not allowed to break a huddle with more than 11 players, and that's exactly what Taos did. So what was 1st down and goal from the 1-yard line is going to push them back 5.
So that'll be 1st and goal from the 6. That benefits the Aztec Tigers, but they're going to have to hold them for 4 downs here.
Well, like you said, they got the big guy in the backfield, number 0, who's been playing defensive line for the Taos Tigers. He's the I back. They're running straight I formation with double tight end set and a wing back to the right side of the offensive line. So now they're switching over to the power formation for the Taos Tigers as the ball is now on the 6-yard line. There's a snap, handoff to the big guy 0, and he got tripped up right before he hit the end zone. Steven, big time tackle. He's not easy to bring down.
Well, they just grabbed his ankles, but here they go, that no huddle. They're just gonna snap it directly to him, and there's the snap. And oh, Aztec, did they stop him? I think they stopped him. That line piled in there and shut him down.
Man, that was number 25, Steven, on the tackle. Huge play by Jude Winters. Hey, didn't we just hear from somebody for Jude Winters? Boy, he just saved a touchdown on that big-time tackle. Go ahead, Steven. I can't even see the play.
Yeah, they've got him, number 0, lined up behind the center again. And did they stuff him again? Oh, it looks like he's going to get the push that time. Yep, they called the touchdown. So that is going to bring it to 13-0 as the Taos Tigers just punch it in the end zone. I mean, and there's about 55 seconds left here to go in the first quarter. But man, that's tough to stop that. I mean, they did a good job of stopping it, getting it to 3rd down. But I mean, when you have to stop that more than once, it's going to be a pretty tall order. But Taos looking at making this 14-0. I mean, Aztec, they just need to get some offense going. Their defense, I mean, they've had some opportunities to shut them down on defense, but they're going to have to get that offense going if they want to keep up here. But here comes the extra point attempt. And looks like it's okay, it is good. Sometimes it looks like it goes to the side from here, but that was good. So Taos Tigers take the lead 14-0 with 55 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And I'll tell you what, Corey, doing a good job with that clock, and I am appreciating it because then I don't have to try real hard to see what the time is.
You know what, Corey? He's just giving you compliments because he needs you to help him if it rains at work. Corey, I need you over here. And
well,
you know what
plus
I'm saying,
he has
Corey.
Control of the camera, so he can make us look really, really good, right? I know. That's why I don't have it up on my screen right now. So, all right, folks. Taos Tigers looking to kick off. Once again, 505-702-2222 if you want to send in a text message to let us know who you're cheering for, where you're cheering from. We haven't heard from any Taos fans yet, I don't think. Or let us know on the live chat on YouTube who you're cheering for, and we will give you that shout-out or give your player that shout-out over the air.
Sims to the far side, Ogeen to the near side. Return the kick for the Aztec Tigers. There's a deep kick. It's going to the side of Sims. He's going to pick it up short of the 10, now the 15. Looking for a lane. He's running east to west, needs to get himself north. After that return, Steven, so it's going to be, he doesn't make it to the 20-yard line, so it's going to bring up 1st down and 10, and I think it looks like it's on the 18-yard line. That picture I was showing you was Lacey Phillips and her family watching the game on the big screen at home.
Oh, okay.
And so
I was trying.
They got a great view.
My old eyes couldn't adjust to see what you were showing me.
Another fan tuning in and sending us a picture of watching the game on their big screen, so you got to love that.
We do love those pictures.
Absolutely.
And the only time we don't love it is whenever we go up on the screen and people send us pictures of ourselves. We really don't want those ones.
Please don't.
Yeah, please don't do that.
We have to live with ourselves every day.
We did that one time at a baseball game, and that was all the pictures we got from people's big screens.
It's motion by Sagata. It's a quick swing pass to Ogeen. Needed one block, couldn't get it. And it just pigeonholed him, Steven. He needed that one quick block, and Ogeen would have been off to the races. Couldn't get it, but it's going to be a decent gain on the pass. And it looks like they're going to give Ogeen, he's going to gain 6.
Yeah, and that's one kid right there, and I hope I got that right. That's one kid right there that you don't want to get in the open field if you're Taos, because he has got some speed. And, man, he's your playmaker. You get the ball in his hands. You see it right there. He's so shifty and quick. He finds his way around and gets down the field. So Aztec probably looking to get it in his hands a few more times, see if they can't make something happen.
Sims, the quarterback in shotgun. Oh, we're going to have a false start, or is that going to be into quarter?
That's the end of the first quarter.
All right.
Here we go. Dixon was in the backfield. Who would have got the ball there for just a moment, but we're going to have end a quarter as the Taos Tigers lead this game 14-0 over the Aztec Tigers here at the end of the first quarter. We're going into the second quarter, and Aztec defense is hanging in there, Steven, no doubt about that. That offense has got to find some way to get moving as we're looking at it here, Steven. Aztec's been able to score every game except against Bayfield. Now they're being held scoreless now. They got to find something. They're missing Lucero. That hurts, obviously, but it's the next man up.
Well, and you're right. I mean, it's only the end of the first quarter. Aztec still, in this game, you're right. They got to get the offense moving. If they can keep the offense on the field, get down and score a touchdown, that's only going to help them on defense. But you got to keep the ball on the field on the offensive side to help you to not allow them to move the ball down the field on you and be out there on offense as much as they've allowed. So here we go as we get ready to start this second quarter. Aztec second down and 4 or 5, I believe, whatever that is over there.
Should be a direct snap to Olguin. Keeper fake the jet sweep, and Olguin close to the first down.
I think he got it.
He should be close. We got a flag, though, that came in late. So typically when it comes from the umpire, that's holding in the realm of the offense. Olguin looked like he's got the first down, but it looks like this will go backwards for the Aztec Tigers, but let's find out. Here's the white hat. I'm not familiar who this white hat is either. I've never seen him before.
We had the card. We just didn't take a picture of it, right?
Personal foul face mask. Oh, against Taos. So Aztec will gladly take that, Steven.
Well, whenever you threw the flag, I was wondering if it was something like that. But when you said it comes from the umpire, I was like, well, yeah, it probably could have been a holding. So fortunately for Aztec, that will push them down the field. They're on their own 43-yard line with a 1st and 10.
Well, they're going to have to flip those lights on here pretty quick. So it's double wing back set. There's motion by number 16. That's Jonathan. It's going to be a handoff to Olguin again. Sheds one tackle. Now trying to turn the corner. He does. 40, 30, 25, 20. He may make it to the end zone. He does. Touchdown, Tigers. It's Olguin again.
Yep, and that is what I was talking about. If he can get outside and get into the open, he is hard to catch. And, man, that was a 57-yard touchdown run by Tanner Olguin right when this team needed it most. Great run, as you saw. Like, he has a knack. Like, he was very patient. He stayed behind his blockers. Somebody got a hand on his foot. He still breaks free, finds his way around that corner, and off to the races, and nobody's going to catch him. So great job by Tanner Olguin to put the first 6 points up on the board for Aztec.
He makes us sound smart, Steven. We said you got to get the ball in Olguin's hands. Why you see him on every return team? That's going to be an attempted kick, but it goes nowhere, and it's going to be missed. This score 14, Taos, 6 Aztec, but that's exactly right. I mean, we mentioned that earlier. You have got to get the ball into Olguin's hands, especially now without having his partner in crime in Lucero out there. It's going to be Tanner Olguin heavy in this game, and you can see exactly why.
Yeah, and it's hard because he probably needs to be touching the ball more in the game, but you can't. If you do too much, you put him at risk of maybe getting an injury or something like that. So I feel like they've been using him appropriately. And right there, he hadn't touched the ball for a while. Boom, you put it in his hands and off he goes. And he's had several moments in this game where he was that close to breaking it. So it finally happened, and I can't imagine we're not going to see the ball in his hands a little bit more here coming up.
I mean, absolutely. Hey, if you find something that's working, what do they do in the NFL and college? You keep going with it. I mean, this is working for Aztec thus far. They bring this game to 14-6 here against the number 8 ranked Taos Tigers at home. Here comes the kickoff from Dixon. It's going to be a deep kick. Number 11 will return it. That's Quintana from the 15 across the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. He's got a lane on the outside. It's going to be closed down by Dixon. Beautiful tackle in the open field by Dixon, Stephen, but not after another huge return by this Taos kickoff return team.
Well, I'll tell you what, they were lucky that Dixon was still back there to help slow that down and make that tackle, because is it Quintana? Is that who you said?
Yep.
He is quick, man. He was like a rocket taking off with the ball. I don't know. I almost feel like if you're Aztec, you just squib kick it to the 25, 30 yard line and let somebody fall on the ball and just not let them. Don't get it in the hands of those guys that can run it.
They'll hurt you, and now they are in excellent field position. Ortega goes in motion. They're throwing downfield into double coverage. Should be in. It should have been intercepted. Number 16, Steven, stopped on the pass, or at least in the attempted passes. Perdomo for the Aztec Tigers. That's Jonathan, and that should have been an easy pickoff for him.
Yeah, you know, and it wasn't a great throw. It should have been a pickoff, but I thought that was a good play selection by Taos right there. I mean, you take that opportunity in that situation where you get good field position on this drive, but now they're in 2nd and 10.
It's Salazar, pistol formation. There's motion by number 6. It's going to be just a straight keeper, and it was the right call by Taos because he's going to pick up every bit of the first down and some. They're going to give him 12 yards on the pickup by Evan Salazar, the quarterback. That'll move the chains. And, Steven, the passing game for Taos has not worked all night long except for one play.
Well, they scored a touchdown off that first pass.
But it's been stopped now by the Tigers is the point I'm trying to get to. They scored one time off that pass play.
Yeah, they've had pretty good coverage since that touchdown, but you're right. Like, ever since then, they've struggled with the passing game. Aztec just needs to shut down that run.
Fake handoff, play action, looking downfield. He'll throw that to the near side, and it was thrown a little far out in front of him, Steven, as it was intended again for number 11, Quintana, but nice coverage by number 30, the cornerback, in Ethan Walters.
Yeah, Walters right there as he was kind of bobbling the ball, and Walters knocked his arm just in time for him to drop the ball, so that'll be an incomplete pass as the passing game, like you said, continues to struggle. Here, really, it was just that first touchdown pass, and you're right, they haven't had much to speak of since then.
Defense playing pretty solid right now. Handoff to number 27, Mays, and he found a nice lane. Steven started out to the right side of the offensive line, cut it back to the left side. That was the appropriate read if you're Mays, and he picks up 7 yards, brings up 3rd down and 3, manageable 3rd down and 3 as the ball's marked on the 23-yard line.
Can't tell if I put 3. There we go, 3. I can't see those tiny little numbers. I need my glasses, Albert.
Man, I'm almost getting there as well.
Well, big opportunity here for Aztec to get a stop. Did we get some text messages in we're going to read?
There's a snap handoff to Mays again to the right side of that offensive line, and he's going to have every bit of the first down plus a yard, and that'll move the chains. We just got a text message come in and saying that our broadcast is buffering pretty hard, and it went down, and now it's back up. So There's a snap, looking downfield, swing pass, he's open, as that was the tight end cutting right across the field from the far side of the field in the tight end position, Steven. He just ran a 5-yard out straight across the field, and Salazar hit him right in the numbers. That was number 80 on the reception. That's Matt Cortez.
Well, nice catch, and it was also a nice tackle there by Walters. He was right on it. Oh, we got a flag, though. What was that?
Holding, okay.
Oh.
I thought it was holding. It's illegal.
I thought he went, so.
You're right.
All right, well, that's going to bring up 1st and 15, I guess. Sorry, I'm going to have to correct that here, because I was not ready for that.
Well, the clock will continue to run. I think we're down past 10 minutes here.
Yeah, 9:40.
9:42 on the clock running here. So 1st down and 15, as Steven mentioned. The ball's marked on the 25. There's the snap, 2-step drop. He's got a lot of time to look downfield. Floats it down the middle of the field, and it's caught. He got behind the linebacker that time, did number 5, Alejandro Ortega, and it's going to be another touchdown for Taos in the realm of a 25-yard touchdown pass in the end zone.
He got away from Segata. Segata had his hand out. He was trying to get a hand on that thing, but that was just a very well-placed throw as they had been struggling. We were talking about they were struggling with their passing game, and he came out and he said, not this time, as he puts it right on the money. And Taos with another 6 points up on the board.
Here comes the extra point try. He's made all of them tonight. Thus far has number 4, Blaustein. We got a whistle offside to Aztec. So that'll bring up half the distance to the goal. So instead of being the ball marked at the 3, it'll be marked at the 2, and we'll see if Taos goes for it. Nope, they're going to just keep their field goal team out there. So here we go, extra point try. And I hope I'm pronouncing Blastein's name correctly. Forgive us if we're not. Here comes the snap. The whole kick is up. Plenty of leg. It's good. And it's a 21-6 lead now for Taos over the Aztec Tigers.
And there's 9:26 left to go here in this first half as the Taos puts another 7 points up on the board to make it 21-6, as Albert said. And Aztec, they need to continue that moving the ball on offense. They've got to keep their offense out on the field and keep the Taos offense off the field if they can. But Aztec needing some points here. Let's see what they can do. They're probably kicking it away from Ogeen, is my guess. Every time they've kicked off, they've kicked it to the other side of the field.
Well, and they've seen film. They know what Ogeen can bring to the table. They haven't kicked to him not once as far as kickoff goes. But here comes the kick, and they go to Sims again. Ball's going to hit around the 20. He'll pick it up at the 15, now to the 20. Ran backwards. Don't do that, Sims. And he had about an extra 4 yards. And he ran backwards, got pushed back. So now they're going to start the ball. We'll see where they mark him down. He crossed the 20 clearly, but then ran backwards.
Yeah.
And it's going to be around the 19. I think that's where they'll mark it.
Yep, 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. And like I said, Tanner makes us look good, but I can't imagine you're not going to try to get the ball in his hands and get him into some open field.
Well, we get to talk to his dad all the time, who's one of our broadcasters and one of our members for our sports show with the Garage Guys in Ben Ogeen. And he was telling me, sometimes we have to tell him to slow down because he wants to be there for his team so badly. Yeah. And if it means that he's got to carry the football 50 times, Stephen, he'll carry the ball 51.
He's willing to do that. The coaches actually kind of have to dial that back for him because it's just how he is. He wants to put this team on his shoulders, and he wants to do it. What do we got here?
Well, we got another whistle.
Timeout, maybe? Timeout, Aztec.
Yep. Aztec will call a timeout really quick, so that's going to be for the Aztec Tigers, and I see a couple of players down here with their helmets off, and I'm wondering if they're down in this game. Let's hope not. Goodness, we know we can't lose any more players here lately, but I see one of them, one of the offensive linemen down here on the trainer's table, and another defensive player over here with his helmet off and doesn't even have his helmet in his hand, so I'm wondering if his night is done.
Yeah, it's tough because when your numbers are low, and I mean this goes for both teams, you can't really afford to lose guys, and unfortunately for football, that just kind of comes with the territory, you have injuries and stuff like that. They might have been working on his helmet. It looks like he's carrying his helmet back. Yeah, I think they were working on his helmet.
Oh, wow, I was hoping so, because he's a big part of that defense for us. So
he got his helmet back.
Here comes the Tigers. It's Martin on the field in the backfield. He's got Ogeen to the right side of him, and he's got Dixon to the left side. There's motion. That's Jonathan going to motion number 16. It's going to be a handoff Ogeen. Nice cut back across the 20. It's going to be a short gain of 3. It'll bring up second down for the Aztec Tigers, 2nd and 7, as they're going to mark the ball on the 22-yard line.
Oh, I didn't reset the down. Sorry. There we go. Now we're correct. 2nd down and 7 for the Tigers. And I like seeing Ogeen get the ball in his hands, but I don't think you want to give it to him every play. But let's see if they can come up with a pass here maybe or something. I'd like to see them get Brody Sagata involved. He's a pretty good receiver out there. They just don't throw the ball much.
Well, and not just that, I'd like to see them put Sagata back there for the straight snap to him, Steven, and give him a couple of carries as well. That usually they subsidize Lucero, heavy Lucero, with Ogeen. Well, they don't have Lucero, so now they need to bring some other guys in. And I'm with you 100%, Steven. Ogeen can't carry everything for them. Bring in a couple more guys, mix it up.
He would do it, but you can't put him in that position. So some of these other guys need to step up and get involved in this game. I'm with you. You know, like I'd like to see. You got to get, if that's the only way you're going to get the ball in the hands of the playmakers, let them take a direct snap, see what they can do.
100% agreed. And, of course, they don't listen to us.
That's right. That's why we're up here and they're down there,
well,
right?
That's exactly right. We're up at the press box. They're down there. They're going to pass the ball looking downfield. They've got a receiver open, but he throws it into triple coverage. He was open for a moment. Here's Brody Sagata. I mean, nobody within 40 yards of Sagata. They forced it into triple coverage, Steven. It's an interception and a turnover. And do we have a flag on the field?
I don't
Let's
think
see. Yep,
so.
it is. False start, they're going to
decline.
Well, if that was a false start, they should have blew the whistle dead. You don't allow the play to continue. So I don't understand that call at all. If that's a false start, that whistle should have been blown, and that interception does not stand. But here we go. Hey, it's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Taos Tigers, Steven, as they'll mark the ball on the 43-yard line.
Aztec,
tough to force that in there.
Yeah, Aztec has to get a defensive stop here. They've got to shut down this Taos offense and get this ball back in their hands.
Salazar in the backfield. Fake handoff, swing pass to number 27, Mays. But that time it wasn't there, and that could have been a backward pass. I mean, we need to look at the replay because I do think that was backwards, and that is why you've seen Sagata fight for that ball so hard. That was the right play by Sagata, by the way, Steven. Don't chance it. Get on the ball.
Yeah. And I was wondering the same. I couldn't tell, but it did look like a backwards pass, so that is going to be a loss of, what is that, about 5?
Looks like 7. They lost 7 on the play there. And so it certainly was a backward pass because they wouldn't have marked it there if it wasn't backward. They would have called it incomplete pass, and we'd be back at the original line of scrimmage.
You're right. You are correct.
So here's Salazar. He's going to send Mays in motion. Fake handoff. He'll roll out to the far side. One-on-one coverage. Here's Ogeen. Oh, it was Ogeen versus Ortega, and Ortega won the battle. Steven, they both went up for the ball, and Ortega came down with it. They're going to pick up about 27 yards and a 1st down on that pass play.
Well, Ogeen was right there for the defense. Ortega just did a good job of coming back to the ball and making the catch. Oh, we got a flag, so that's coming back. Goodness, that is a devastating penalty right there for Taos. That was a great pass. So now it's going to be 2nd down, and I don't know what's going to happen here. How many yards are they going to? I didn't see what the call was.
No, I didn't either.
I'm guessing it's a holding.
Well, let's see what they call it. Illegal man downfield again. So that'll push Taos back, and boy, did you say it, Steven. That hurt on that play because Salazar put it right there for his guy to win the battle in Ortega. But doesn't matter now. It's coming back, and it's 2nd down and about 18 for Taos as they lead this game 21-6. They're asking for the clock to start. Here we go. And he's going to roll out to the near side, nicely covered, but he just goes up and beats Ogeen in the jump ball there, Steven, and it's going to be a huge gain. It's going to make this 3rd down more manageable for Taos.
Yeah, what is that, 3rd down and about 5, I'm guessing? Is that about right, you think?
Well, I'm going to go with what you're saying. It does look like 5, 3rd and 5.
Wow, that was a dangerous pass because O'Gean almost went up and got that. He just got out-jumped for the ball.
Yep. It was a jump ball between the two of them, and Taos came down with the battle on that one. Here we go. It's Salazar looking over the defense. Handoff. It's going to be a handoff to number 27 again. And he's still on his feet. Number of missed tackles, Steven. He's going to score touchdown Taos, and that is Manuel Mays.
Wow.
As he scampered for a huge touchdown for Taos.
Wow, that was just a great piece of running. The problem for Aztec is they tried to waist tackle him, and that kid, he just kept his legs moving, muscled his way through those tackles, and that you're going to have to wrap him up at the ankles. He is not going to go down. So that will make the score 27-6, and pending this extra point.
Yep, that was a 37-yard touchdown run by Mays, and the kick is up, and it's good. So that extends Taos's lead to 28-6 over the Aztec Tigers. You know, and Steven, and we talked about this in our pregame, Aztec's defense has gotten stops tonight.
Yes.
The offense has not been able to keep up with the defensive play, and that's the difference in the game right now.
You know, and it's unfortunate. You know, Aztecs they've had some good stops, but then they give up a big play, and that's their Achilles heel right now. Is they're not finishing on defense. They do really good, and then like that they give up a big play. They give up the big pass. You know, and it's not that they haven't had opportunity. I mean, O'Gean had 2 of those passes covered really well. Taos's receivers are just doing a great job of going up and getting the ball.
Yeah. The last big play where it was O'Gean versus the receiver in Ortega, he just out-jumped him. That's all that came down to. Here's the kick. It's going short. O'Gean will pick it up around the 15, looking for a block. Nope, nobody. Nobody there for O'Gean, unfortunately. And he got hit the second he caught the ball, and there was enough room for somebody to get there and set up a couple of blocks for him, but they let him go right by him and hit O'Gean immediately, Steven. That's going to be first down for the Aztec Tigers, it looks like, from the 20, we'll call it the 22. They put it right in the middle, which the officials never do that. They either move it up to the line back or the line forward. They don't put it in the middle of the field, or in between the field markers, but that's exactly what they did. So here we go. We're just going to call it from the 22-yard line. First down at 10, Aztec. And it's Martin in shotgun formation. O'Gean in the backfield with him. Brody is the wingback in motion. There's a snap, quick pitch to O'Gean. Nice cutback. He was going to get hit immediately in the backfield. Steven had a beautiful jump back cut, and but hey, he brought it right back to the original line of scrimmage, Steven, as he got swarmed by that defense.
Yeah, you know, Tanner does a great job when he has the ball in his hands, but he needs some blocking in front of him to get to, so he can bust like that. When he made that touchdown, he had great blocking in front of him, and that's what broke him free. But they're going to have to find a way to get him into the open field.
28-6 is the lead for the Taos Tigers over the Aztec Tigers. We're in the second quarter. Clouds are just surrounding us, but it looks beautiful, and it looks like they finally moved away from us. Thank goodness. O'Gean in shotgun, direct snap. He's trying to turn the corner, not able to, as nobody blocked the defensive end coming across the line of scrimmage. Steven, that he only needed that one block, did O'Gean, and he turns the corner, and they're not catching him right now.
Yeah, I'm not understanding how, like, literally nobody blocked that guy at all, and and it was all Tanner trying to make it happen right there.
Yeah, just completely left him out there all by himself. So let's see if they could clean that up. He loses a yard on the play, brings up 3rd down and 11 for the Aztec Tigers, and they better hurry up before they get popped for a delay of game. We certainly know this back judge over here.
Oh, yeah, he loves throwing that flag for that. So.
And they already gave him the 10-second warning. They need to call a timeout right now. I don't think the coaches see it. They need to call timeout. And they don't. They're going to get popped for a delay of game. Nobody seen the back judge counting down.
Wow.
And you see the coaching staff yelling at the players. I get that, but you guys can also see the back judge. The back judge gives you this countdown from 5 seconds. You need to call a timeout. So what was 3rd down and 11, Stephen, is now 3rd down and 16 for the Aztec Tigers. Here we go. It is Martin under center. Olguin in the backfield, double wing T set. They're going to pass the ball, double coverage, throw it out everybody's way. It's a jump ball,
and it's
knocked down. He did, Steven. Number 16, that is Jonathan Perdomo, or Perdomo. I don't know exactly how you pronounce that. Forgive me, Aztec folks, but he had that. Great defensive play by Taos. They knocked it out of his hand.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, he threw that into triple coverage, and he went up there and got it, and as he was coming down, Taos knocked it out of his hands. That was a great defensive play, because that was going to be a big down for the Aztec Tigers.
There's a flag on the other side of the field. Let's see who it goes against. If it's against Aztec, Taos will probably decline it, I would imagine, because it's going to bring up 4th down. Another illegal man downfield, but that time it's against the Aztec Tigers. Taos will decline it, brings up 4th down and 16.
And here's what we were talking about. When your offense is off the field this quickly, you're just giving them more and more opportunity, and that defense can only do so much.
Well, that should have been offsides defense, but the officials did not get that. I mean, almost got Dixon killed on that play.
Yeah, they did.
And you can see the coaches losing their mind with these officials saying, where's the flag at? That guy was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped. But Taos is going to have excellent field position as Dixon pressured again big time. He has just not got any time to set his feet to kick the ball properly,
No,
Steven.
he has not. Folks, hey, if you're out there watching and listening in, it doesn't matter if you're from Aztec or from Taos, if you want to give one of your players a shout-out or let us know where you're cheering from and who you're cheering for, it's 505-701-2222, or go on the live chat on YouTube, and we'll read those ones as well. So give us some shout-outs.
Well, my lovely wife, Kristen Velarde, tuned in, who's not only my wife, but a broadcaster and runs cameras for us, tuning in for tonight. And that's going to be a pickup of 5 yards for the Taos Tigers on that play. Need to get the lights going.
Yeah, they'll probably have to kick them on here pretty soon.
And that is going to be a timeout. We have an injured player, Taos Tiger.
That's Manuel Mays. It looks like number 27, and he's a big time. He's a big time. He's the one that made that nice run for him earlier. That's not a good sign for Taos. I mean, he looks like he's in some pretty good pain down there.
He was. He took off his helmet and slammed it on the ground, and that's never a good sign when they're looking at the lower half of his body.
Yeah, they're taking the card out there. He's in some pain, poor guy.
Let's hope he will be okay for the Taos Tigers, as this score right now is 28-6. Taos leading Aztec, and looks like he's going to get up, limping on that ankle. Wow, you don't want to see him go down, Steven. That's number 27, Manuel Mays, and he's had a big night for his team, rushing the football. He's got a touchdown on the night. You hope that he's going to be okay.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's an unfortunate thing right there, because he's a tough player for Taos, and see his teammates going over there. And
well, I got to tell you, I hope they're going to flip these lights on here pretty quick.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right, so here we go. It's 2nd down and 5 now for the Taos Tigers. The ball's marked on the 39-yard line of the Aztec Tigers side of the field. And now here comes Salazar as he's got the play called in. Let's see who they replace Mays within the backfield. And it looks like right now it's going to be number 6. That's Eli Lucero, lined up to the left side of his quarterback, Salazar. 2 receivers to each side of the field. Salazar calling for the football. 2-step drop, quick pass out here to the bottom half of the field. And was that completed or dropped? Completed. So now we got that hurry up offense going again, Steven, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 1.
Get that on the
Well, it looked like they were going to run hurry-up offense.
Yeah, it did. He ran that ball back to the middle of the field. I had to look at the clock. I was like, are we running out of time here? But we got about 2.5 minutes left here in this first half. Taos leading 28-6. Taos on offense. There's the snap. It's going to be a quick handoff to number 6. Nice tackle by Mullins, but not before he makes his way for about 3 yards to pick up that first down.
That's that old handoff in a cloud of dust right there.
Yeah.
So here we go, right back to the line of scrimmage. Lucero lined up to the left side of Salazar. There's a snap looking downfield. He'll throw it right in the middle of the field, and he took a big hit, but that was enough pressure, Steven, to not allow Salazar to hit Xavier Duran right up the middle, is how they scored their last touchdown.
Well, he just threw that one away, I think, just down the middle of the field because he saw Mullins coming, and Mullins put a hit on him. Good job by Mullins, though, to lay off when he needed to.
Smart.
So he didn't get that call, but he definitely was the one that caused that to not be a completed pass.
Such a smart play by Mullins, no doubt about it. Here we go. 2nd down and 10 for Taos. Still from the 39-yard line. Pardon me, from the 36-yard line. There's a snap. Quick pass to the out flat. Thrown over the head of the intended receiver. And number 10, Xavier Duran, brings up 3rd down.
That was a fortunate thing for Aztec because if he makes that catch, he's got some running room in front of him. So Aztec with a big opportunity here, get a stop and possibly cause a punt. I don't know if this is 4-down territory or not here, but there's the snap. He's going to just throw it right. Oh, man, that was just – there's a flag, though. This one's going to be coming back. That looks like holding to me. Looks like that one's going to be a holding call.
Yep.
Thrown by the white hat.
I think you are exactly right. That they're going to pop him for that. And I just realized I don't see O'Gean in the backfield defensively for the Tigers.
They might be giving him a break.
And I'm looking for him down here on the sideline, but I don't see him. I do not see O'Gean on the sideline. Very curious to see where he's at. Hopefully everything's all right there, but
he might be hiding from us.
Oh, he's down here on the bench. Probably, like you're right, probably taking a breather.
Yeah, I mean they've got about a minute 20 left here in this quarter, so that's gonna bring up 3rd down and 20. Is that? Am I right? Or
it's close.
I'm not sure.
Yep, you're right. 3rd down and 20. Gosh, I thought you said you had old man eyes,
well,
Steven. That's spot on.
I don't have time to count all the little hash marks.
Here's the snap. Looking downfield, he's got time. He's throwing it into triple coverage, and nobody can get there as he threw it just out of the reach of everybody. And if you're gonna miss, you miss deep,
big,
Steven.
Yeah, but I mean, I thought he way overthrew it, but it ended up not being that far overthrown. That was. He's got some. There are some fast kids on this Taos team.
Well, they put Dixon in place of O'Gean. Now O'Gean running back out on the field, so you called it. They just got to give him a breather, keep him fresh. He's going to go deep to return the kick. And if you're Taos, Steven, you kick it as far away from O'Gean as you possibly can, and you don't even care if you kick it through the end zone. If you're a Taos Tiger fan.
You're right.
Hey, unless you're a gambler. They kick it right at him. So let's see what happens.
If they kick it right at him, it's probably it's going to get exciting here at the end of this half. Let's see what happens.
Here comes the snap. The kick is up. It's going right away from O'Gean.
Oh, they hit an Aztec player.
They got to get on it, and they did. Smart play by number 30. Thank goodness that's Ethan Walters right there, Steven, as it hit one of the guys blocking.
Well, it hit 16. Who is that again?
For the Aztec Tigers, that's Jonathan Perdomo.
And Perdomo, he did a great job of staying on the block, because if he lets off that block, that Taos kid's right there to jump on it. He stayed on the push the kid all the way out of bounds, and there was only Aztec players there to cover that up. That was dangerous, but man, he did a good job of staying on that block.
Great point. You're all right. He would have fallen right on top of that with less than a minute to go. It's O'Gean in the backfield by himself. 2 receivers split to the far side, a tight end to the near side. That's Brody Sagata, a receiver split out, also here close to us. That is Perdomo in motion. Fake jet sweep. O'Gean keeps it, trying to find a lane, and he does. Face mask. Absolutely
they did not see
face
it.
mask.
Wow, that was a bad face mask, too.
Well, that's a running play, so the back judge should have called that by a long shot. That was, I mean, if us old guys can see that up here, Steven.
Wow. They got, Taos got lucky there because that should have been an extra 15 yards for the Tigers, but 30 seconds left to go here in this half. Jayton Sims behind center. Let's see. That's going to be coming back because they're. Oh, I feel like he got face masked again. But there was movement up here. It should have been a false start. The receiver was moving whenever the ball was snapped.
Oh no, is that Tanner down out there on the field?
Yeah, I think so.
It sure looks like Tanner's down on the field. Might have had the air knocked out of him. Let's see what happens. But, yeah, you are right. It goes against the Aztec Tigers. And the wide receiver to the nearest side here is who got hit for that. And so what would have been a first down is now going to bring Aztec back to, or excuse me, second down and 1 is now going to be first down and 15.
Well, I hope Tanner, it looks like he's getting up.
Might have got the air knocked out of him.
Yeah. Or just got, I think he just got hit. Yeah, maybe a cramp or something.
Well, hey, he's got 15 seconds left, so how about keep him out of the game for just a moment?
Let's just run this one and
go into the locker room.
Yes.
We kind of need him, so here we go. It is false start against Aztec. You know what? They're allowing this play to keep going. They have to blow the whistle dead. He's giving the false start. If it's an illegal shift, then you let the play go. But if it's false start, they have to blow the whistle dead immediately.
Yeah.
If that whistle would have been blown on that play, Steven, Tanner is not coming off the field, injured. So here we go. It's Martin in the backfield. And Aztec's going to call a timeout with 15 seconds left with the ball on the 29-yard line. So timeout Aztec.
Not sure what they're planning on drawing up here.
I mean, you're on the 29-yard line. I can't imagine what play you've got for first down and 15 from the 29 with 15 seconds left. But they call timeout nonetheless. So let's see what they drum up here on this next play. Probably some type of screen.
If it was me, I would just put the ball in the hands of one of just let somebody run the ball and get out of this first half and reset. They're going to get the ball back first in the second half. So,
well, it'll be Dixon in the backfield alongside the quarterback in Martin. Dixon lined up to the left side, 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. And here we go. First down and 15 for the Aztec Tigers with 15 seconds left. Here's the snap. 2-step drop, 3-step. He's got to get rid of it. Into double coverage again. Should have been a penalty as the cornerback jumped over the top of the receiver.
Yeah, he did, too.
And no flag anywhere from anybody.
Goodness. I would have thought that would have been pretty obvious.
I mean, he climbed completely over the top of him.
You see Coach down here asking the ref, what in the heck, man? Like, he climbed up his back.
Yep, sometimes you just shake your head sometimes and you keep it moving, right?
Yeah, what can you do? What can you do?
Around 8 seconds left to go with second down for the Aztec Tigers before halftime, and what game was moving quickly has now come to a screeching halt. Both teams throwing the football all over the field. Olguin back in behind center in shotgun. Do we have too many? 8, 10, 11, 12. We got 12 players on the field is why. So they'll throw the penalty now so the play doesn't go. It's 5-yard penalty if they catch it before the ball is snapped. It's a 15-yard penalty if they don't catch it, the ball snapped, and the play goes. And you always want the officials to call that five-yard penalty every time. And that's what they just popped the Tigers for. 12 men on the field. So here we go. There's the snap. Going to try to do a halfback pass, and that is a fumble.
Well, he just blocked the pass. It was just an incomplete pass. He went to chunk it, and the defender knocked it out of his hand, and we got 3 seconds left. I think they just need to snap the ball and either down it or run it. Something like these pass. You're giving Taos a chance. You throw that ball up and it gets intercepted here at the end of this half. You're hoping they don't run it back. For a
Completely agree with you, man.
I mean, you're going to get the ball back at first in the second half. You can reset and start over with a new fresh set of downs. So,
well, my call would be go under center and kneel it, but we'll see what the Tigers do here. There's a snap. Oh, and they do exactly that. That'll end the first half as the Taos Tigers have the lead 28-6 over the Aztec Tigers. We're going to take a quick break. It's just 7 o'clock, so all the other games are just now getting started.
Just getting started.
So we'll see if we can find some scores for the other games that we got going on. Again, just quick reminders. Number 1, Bloomfield is at number 15, Kirtland. That's a district game. Number 9, Pedro Vista, 2-1 on the season. They're taking on Alamogordo, number 10 ranked, and 3-0 on the season, Alamogordo at the Hutch. That's PV Alamogordo. Number 12, ranked Farmington Scorpions, 0-3 on the season. They're at Colorado, taking on the Falcons, who are 2-1 this season. They didn't win a game last year.
Last season it was Farmington really put it on them.
They sure did.
Over here at the Hutch. So
it was 50-0.
Let's see how
that
goes
game was. Shiprock's off this week, and then Navajo Prep played last night, and they lost to Crown Point. So, folks, we'll be back in about 10 minutes as we leave it to you here for halftime. You'll see the young kids perform out on the field. We'll zoom the camera out and make sure that we get the young ladies out here to perform. And Stephen and I will be back here with your score. Taos 28, Aztec 6. We're back. It's halftime here at beautiful Aztec, New Mexico. Fred Cook Memorial Stadium. Aztec trails this game 28-6, Stephen. The defense, we challenged them. Not that we personally challenged them, but up in our pregame, we challenged the defense to make some stops and then allow that offense to come back out there and do what they needed to do to keep this game close. It's been Tanner O'Gean heavy in that first half. Of course, he's got the lone touchdown for the Aztec Tigers in the realm of a 57-yard touchdown run. And I don't know if Aztec's got it past the 50 since then.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think, you know, we were talking a little bit about it at halftime, is you got to get I think we were talking about in the first half, get the ball in the hands of your playmakers if you're Aztec. And so far, Tanner is really the only one they're putting the ball. I think you have some other players. I mean, you have Brody Sagata, and I know that Dixon's young, and he's mostly just on special teams, but maybe you throw him in there and mix it up for a run or two, you know, get him in that backfield and give him some different looks. But the offense is going to have to make some adjustments and try to find a way to get some of those guys out in the open field and give them some opportunity. You get Tanner O'Gean out in the open field, and he's going to make it happen. You obviously know that. I don't know what plays they have down in that playbook anywhere, but they need to find him some space and allow him to do his thing. I mean, he's doing a great job running right into the middle of everybody and still making it happen. So that's my opinion. They need to find a way to get him into some open space. The defense, I don't feel like they're doing terrible, but it's hard when your defense is on the field the majority of the time, and they can only do so much. That offense is going to have to find a way to get into a rhythm, get moving, burn up some of that clock, but also try to get in the end zone. I mean, at this point, you got to try to get in the end zone probably quicker than you normally would anyway, but you know, Taos, they've just done a solid job. You know, even whenever they get in times where they're getting backed up or something bad happens, they find a way to come up with that big pass. They were struggling with their passing, boom, right when they need it, it comes through for them. So, you know, Tanner did a good job. He was on coverage on a couple of those. Their receivers are just out jumping our defense. So, Taos, you know, they just continue. They're just kind of methodical with that offense. They make good play calls, and they find a way to keep their drive alive.
Well, if you're the Taos Tigers, you know, we certainly hope that number 27, Mays, is going to be okay. They hauled him off in the cart earlier in the first half with a lower body injury. We weren't sure what it was, so we're just going to call it lower body. Aztecs can get the ball here, Steven. What would you like to see for the Tigers here? I know you said mix it up in the backfield. We'll see if they actually do that. But what else can they do to get them back in this ball game?
Well, I think if they can actually get a good pass off, Brody Sagata is wide open in the middle. Like, we saw him running down the side here, and he threw it into triple coverage, and Brody had nobody on him. You know, like, whenever that whoever's playing quarterback at that time, they absolutely have to find that. I mean, why not run that same play again, but say this time you're going to throw it to Brody. You're going to look to your left, and then you're just going to immediately go to your right and look for Brody to throw him the ball. If he, you know what I mean, he was wide open. The defense completely shifted over on that play, and you had a guy wide open. So I would like to see him maybe try some more passes, but quit trying to throw into triple coverage.
If you're going to throw the ball downfield, roll your quarterback out. Give him some space from that defense, and then he can plant his back foot and let it rip. Let's see if they go after that a little bit, but here is the kickoff. It's number 4. Blostine kicking off for the Taos Tigers from the 40. It's a deep kick. It's going to go to O'Gean. He'll pick that up right about the 15. He's got to get moving because that ball bounced perfectly if you're a Taos Tigers, Steven. And he's going to get right across the 25. And it's going to be first down and 10 for the Aztec Tigers from the 27-yard line. So let's see what they come out here with offensively, and do they mix some other guys up? Steven, you said try some other of these at running backs. Jude Winters, he's a freshman linebacker and running back. Get him in there. Let's see what that guy can do, you know?
That's what I'm saying. Give some of those other guys some opportunity. It gives O'Gean a break, but it also throws the defense off because they haven't seen these guys running the ball. They don't quite know what's going to happen. So here we go. Jayton Sims back behind center.
It's O'Gean lined up to the right side of him. 2 receivers to each side. There's motion. That's Jonathan. Number 16. Oh, it hit Jonathan.
Goodness.
It's a fumble on the ground. And Taos is saying they've got it. That ball was snapped right when number 16, Jonathan Perdomo, ran right behind the center. Steven, he snapped the ball. It hit Jonathan, went on the ground, and everybody on Taos' side saying they've got the ball, but we have yet to see a call from the officials. Oh, it's going to be Aztec's ball. You see the hand going up. That's a huge break for the Tigers.
Yeah, I thought for sure Taos fell on. I thought Taos had it. I really did think they had it. So whoever got that recovery, good job. But, man, I'm guessing that's on the quarterback, right? On that snap?
Well, it's probably a timing. So he's probably clapping his hands. And I'm not sure if he made sure that Jonathan had cleared his center. That's the only thing I can think of, because watch Sims. You'll see him probably clap his hands or lift his foot up. There it is. There's the clap. There's a sweep to O'Gean, and that play was busted from the word go. He switches directions. And again, that's how athletic O'Gean is, Steven, to take something where he should have lost probably 7 to 8 yards on the play in the backfield and turns it into a gain. 3rd down and manageable now for the Tigers.
Well, and he could have just followed the blockers and tried to make it happen, but that's what makes him so good is he's got such good field vision. He saw that he could turn back across the field, and he that was all Tanner right there that made that yardage happen.
Here we go. Tight formation for the Tigers. That means everybody's on the line of scrimmage. There's the fake sweep, handoff to O'Gean. And that is the secret sauce that we've been talking about for quite some time now, Steven. Quick handoffs, get up the field. It worked that time beautifully for O'Gean. Moves the chains. 1st down and 10 for the Tigers from the 42.
I know, and that's how you pick up that quick 5 yards, boom, boom, boom. You can move the ball down the field. But once again, they're going to have some other people help out. You cannot just keep pounding O'Gean. You can't. It's going to wear on him. You're going to have to find some other people here. Get the ball in the hands of some other people.
Here's O'Gean, possibly a. Oh, nope. I thought they were going to do the. Old swing pass to O'Gean because it was open, and then Sims just tucked and ran. So I want to say that might have been a designed quarterback keeper, but it went nowhere. Sims had some room, Steven, and it closed up quick.
Well, to me, it looked like a designed quarterback keeper, but Sims is going to have to. He's going to have to just freaking head north-south. Like he's going to have to go upfield. He kind of bounces around back there and tries to look to see where he can go. He's just going to have to put his shoulder down and go.
Well, here's O'Gean. Solo in the backfield, straight direct snap to him. He's going to keep it, trying to turn the corner. Again, nobody blocked the cornerback coming in, and he hits O'Gean immediately. Tanner stood 0 chance on that play.
Yeah, I mean, he just got. If you don't help him out, he doesn't. It's going to be hard for him to make anything happen, and he loses another couple yards there. Is that going to be a 3rd and about 15? You think?
We'll call it 15.
I mean, I'm looking at the marker over there, but nonetheless, it's 3rd and a lot. So.
Under 9 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. 28-6 is your score. Steven's got the scoreboard up there for you folks. Here's a 3-step drop looking downfield. He's going to get hit, and he fumbled the ball. It's going to be a turnover as that ball got stripped out of his hands, out of Joseph Martin, the quarterback's hands. I mean, Steven, he just didn't protect the football. He put the ball way out here with one hand, and it got stripped out of his hand.
Yeah, he was holding it up high like he wanted to do a little dump pass, and the defensive lineman just hit his arm. It flew up in the air, and the defensive lineman caught it and just went to the ground, and that's going to be a turnover for the Tigers. And so instead of getting to punt the ball, they just give the ball to the Taos Tigers with great field position as they're going to be starting on the Aztec 35-yard line here in the 3rd quarter on their first drive of the 2nd half.
It's Salazar, 2 running backs in the backfield with him. There's motion. There's a snap handoff to number 6. That's Lucero. And we've seen Lucero quite a bit early in the first quarter, Stephen. They then went with number 27, Manuel Mays, heavy. Mays went down with an injury. Now we've seen Lucero take the weight of this offense on him.
Yeah, he's I mean, they've just got a lot of options on that Taos team as far as running backs and just quick guys out of that backfield. So with Mays down, somebody else is going to have to pick up the slack. And so far, Taos just been able to move the ball efficiently.
Well, and I don't even see Mays over there on the sideline for Taos right now, so let's hope he's okay. It was option read, and it was a great pickup by Salazar on the option read. He faked the pitch to the tailback, Steven, tucked it, ran right behind his tackle. Beautiful blocking downfield for Taos. Makes it a manageable 3rd down and 1 for the Taos Tigers as the ball is marked on the 26-yard line.
Well, Salazar, fantastic job on that pitch. He got all the defense moved out of the way, and he just headed up the field. That was just a great option read right there by Salazar.
Out there going to go deep back behind the quarterback. There's a snap, straight handoff. Just wanted to give him an early run, but wow, Aztec's defense is right there having none of it. And right there in the mix of it was number 57, Hunter's Nichols, and they did not get the first down. It brings up 4th down now, Steven.
I thought they got it, but...
Well, the crew's trying to figure out, do we get it or do we not?
He's waving them now, so they did get... I thought he got it, but just by where the ref was standing.
Oh, he stopped the clock, and then he started it again. So did they start the clock up here on the scoreboard? They did. Running. So below 7 minutes here. There's a snap again. Handoff again to Lucero. Right up the middle. Couple of missed tackles. Yep. They had him stopped for a 1-yard loss. Didn't wrap him up, Steven. And he scampers upfield for close to another first down for the Tigers. They'll bring up 2nd down and 2.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have to wrap these guys up. Lucero, man, he's not going to go down that easy.
Play action, looking downfield, and he's got all day to look downfield. He does a smart thing by tucking the ball and getting out of bounds. He's going to pick up the first down. That'll move the chains. We'll see if it's 1st down and goal or 1st down and 10 from the 11 or 12. Let's see where they mark the ball. It looked like he gained way more than that, but it's going to be 1st down and 10 from the 13-yard line. So Tigers now need to shut it down here, Steven. This is a big moment for this defense.
Well, it's like just about the time you think the Tigers are going to catch a break, man, Taos just busts one and gets down the field.
Lucero lined up behind his quarterback, Salazar. Hand off to Lucero, and another excellent play by the defense. That's going to be number 58 on the tackle for the Tigers. That is Tatum Armstrong. And number 11, Brody Sagata, comes in and cleans it up. Loss of 1 yard brings up 2nd down and 11 for Taos.
Yeah, Lucero, I mean, he's quick. He's kind of like Tanner O'Gean. He's quick and shifty, but when they you get that big guy on top of you, it's hard to keep moving.
We'll give you some score updates as soon as this play is over. There's motion. And we're going to have false start against the Taos Tigers before they even get going. So as we've got a score of 21-14, the Farmington Scorpions down in Colorado taking on the Falcons. That was at the end of the first quarter. Farmington leads that game 21-14. I have not seen an updated score for the Bloomfield-Kirtland Central matchup or the Pager Vista game, so any of you all out there watching, let us know. Got a Taos listener finally, so we'll get that text here in just a moment. It's Salazar. 2 running backs in the backfield. It's pistol formation. 2nd down and 16 for the Taos Tigers. There's motion. That's number 35. They're going to roll him out. The quarterback, beautiful play call. It was a backdoor pass to Ortega, who was pretending to block on the far side, Steven. And then the quarterback in Salazar rolled out to the near side to us, turned his back around, dumped it off to Ortega, but we got a foul a flag that came flying in at the end of that play.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to go against Taos the way they're moving back. So, yeah, but that was a great play call.
Sure
That was very deceptive right there as Lucero just pops out into the open field. But, man, that's an unfortunate thing for Taos. It's very fortunate for Aztec because that's going to be a 10-yard penalty. That's going to make it second down and 25.
So, hey, guys, we are here watching from Taos. Shout out to number 11, Roman Quintana. Want to let you know the video quality and the broadcast is top-notch. Keep it up. Great work, guys. Thank you, Taos, for tuning in there. And Quintana's had a great game. And speaking of him, there's a quick pass to Quintana. He shakes one tackler. He's still on his feet into the end zone. Touchdown, Taos, as number 11, Roman Quintana, scampers into the end zone for a 21-yard touchdown pass reception and gets Taos on the board for the first time here in the second half.
Well, the Aztec defender had an opportunity, but Quintana, man, he just shook him off, and there was no way you were keeping him out of the end zone as he finds his way down the field. And like I said, just like that, like Aztec, just like when it looks like they have an opportunity, man, Taos just comes out and just makes it happen, and they do it again as it is 34-6 pending this extra point attempt. And I know I'm probably going to say the name wrong, so it's number 4. There's the kick, and it is up and good. Oh, we got a flag. Oh, I think it's going to be against Taos. It looks like there might have been some trash talking going on down there.
Well, that's the first kick that he's missed tonight.
Did he miss it?
He did. He hit the crossbar.
I just saw the flag come up, and I didn't even see what happened with the rest of that.
So our good buddy Corey, who's running production for us, just gave us a score update. Bloomfield blowing the doors off of Kirtland Central right now, 42-0. We'll see if we could get a Pager Vista score for you here momentarily, and hopefully a Farmington Scorpion update shortly as well. Long conversation going on for these officials, so let's jump into the phone, see if we got some more.
Oh, here, I got an update. It says PV and Alamogordo are tied at 7 in the second quarter, and I can't, my eyes are, I can't see that, but thank you for that update on YouTube.
In the second quarter, yep. That is Desert Dweller, New Mexico.
All right, well, thank you for that update. I appreciate that. I just saw that down there on our YouTube live feed. Once again, 505-701-2222, or give us a shout out on the live chat on YouTube. And we got our first Taos listener. Apparently they're across the, over there in the stands watching the game, and they pulled it up. And we're taking a look at it.
Our good buddy Corey Gropp text in saying, go Justin Sagata, go Brody Sagata, and go Aztec Tigers, our good pal.
All right.
To get to hear from him. And then, of course, you asked for it, and here it goes. So the kick is good. Personal foul against Taos. Personal foul against Aztec. He went both ways, so it's offsetting penalties. Oh, so I guess the kick was good.
It was good. Okay, so 35-6 is your score, and whoever sent that picture, who was that sent that picture?
That is Jason Cortez. I thought you'd like that one.
As soon as we go up on the screen, we get a picture of ourselves.
And that's the big screen at Lacey Phillips' house. And she says, good job, guys.
Now I see it.
And we got another text coming in. Shout out to my little brother, receiver Roman Quintana with the Taos Tigers.
There you go.
Veronica and Saint are cheering on from Taos. So our second Taos text message comes in.
Quintana's fan base is out and watching.
That's right. And Coach Levi Stout tuning in and says, May's also a state placer in wrestling for the Aztec. Or excuse me, I believe that's for the Taos Tigers.
Yeah, Taos Tigers. That doesn't surprise me because he is quite the athlete, and just unfortunate to see him go down in that first half.
21-17, Farmington up over the Falcons in Colorado. We got a cool text coming in from 8763. It says, "Go Tigers!" And then we got the big Aztec Tigers
down on
clock,
the field, right?
I think it's a Rolex watch or time watch over him, and that is the Tiger mascot with the Tiger hat on there. So here we go. It's a kickoff, 35-6. The score. Taos on an onside kick. It did not go well. If that hit an Aztec Tiger player, it'll be a turnover. If it did not go 10 yards, it'll be a flag. But the officials are saying that it did hit an Aztec Tiger player. It was an onside kick, Steven. So Taos up 35-6 in the onside kick against the Aztec Tigers.
They got the recovery.
Wow. All right. So I guess 35-6 warrants an onside kick by the Taos Tigers.
Was it actually an onside kick, or did he just drive it right at the? Did you just kick it right at the?
He just hit it right at him, and everybody just came in and dove on the ball from Taos. Well, there you go. I guess it's never too late to do an onside kick when you're up 35-6.
Getting some practice in, I guess.
I guess. Apparently, according to Taos's coach on the other side. So it's a great time to do an onside kick. So here we go. 1st and 10 from the 50. And I think that wind has really picked up down there. See everybody's hair flying all over the place. It was pretty tough when we first got here, but I think it's amped it up since then.
It's nice up here, though.
Darn right it is with the window closed. Here's a snap, straight handoff. It's a new running back, and he just goes right up the middle for the Taos Tigers, and I think that's going to be number 35 on the handoff. It's Marcus Romero.
Well, Romero, I mean, he didn't even lower his shoulders. He was just running straight up, dodging tackles, and man, he comes up with a big pickup and another first down for the Taos Tigers, as they are now on the 30 of the Aztec Tigers. And like I said, like when your defense is out there for this long, it's hard to maintain. You got to be exhausted out there if you're Aztecs defense.
And forgive us, Taos fans, they've got number 35 and number 30 on the field. We only have a number 30 on their roster, and the name is Marcus Romero. They told us it could be number 35 as well. So if we do not have his name correctly, please let us know. Send us a text message, because it goes back to number 35 again, still on his feet. Aztec didn't bring him down the first time. Had him ganged up, Stephen, with 3 different defenders, and he just squirts out of the would-be tackle and tacks on some extra yardage.
Well, I'll tell you what, they already have a fantastic group of running backs. We haven't seen this number 35 all game long, and he comes in and he is just pounding the ball, and he does not go down to the ground very easily. Taos with just a plethora of running backs.
Well, it's going Lucero and Romero heavy right now, and I sure hope that is Romero in the backfield, number 35. Pistol formation for Taos. They have a big lead, 35-6 over the Tigers. There's motion, straight handoff again. And hit again, Steven, bounced off 2 tacklers and gets into the end zone. He's going to celebrate as he gets into the end zone, diving in there. And it's going to be another touchdown for the Taos Tigers in the realm of a 25-yard touchdown run.
Well, that will make it a 35-point lead, and we have the extra point coming up, so that will make it a running clock once this extra point is finished. And my lovely wife, Amber, said, "Hi, honey, go Tigers." She just texted me. She must be checking out the game.
All right, Miss Amberella checking in. I like it.
She likes it when you call her Amberella.
Yeah, that's what we all call her at our house. Me, Kristen, the girls, everybody calls her Amberella. And we're going to have a stop the clock. I don't know why
it stopped at 2:52.
Oh, so was the clock running?
No, it's stopped now. Oh. It's at 2:52. It's stopped.
I thought that's why I was wondering why he's waving his hands down the white hat to stop the clock. I didn't even think it was moving.
Yeah, it's been kind of confusing.
Well, they can't run the clock until the ball's kicked. After the ball, and I do mean kicked off, excuse me.
Did I get that correct? Is it a 35-point?
It is, pending this extra point try.
It is 35 right now, I believe, so, yeah.
So it's 41 right now, 41-6, pending this kick. There's a snap, the hold, kick is up. Steven, I got to tell you, I would put money on it. This kid can kick it from 30 to 40 yards out.
He's got
a big-time leg. 42-6 now your score, the Taos Tigers over the Aztec Tigers here at Fred Cook Memorial Stadium. And, Stephen, we're going to go back to the first 2 games of the season and discuss how the Aztec defense has stepped up and really shown up to play, and the offense in the first 2 games. The game against Maimura, the defense kind of got gassed out. Let's just be honest, that's what happened. They held up pretty well against Rio Grande. In the second half is where they came back, and then, of course, last week against Bayfield, they just could not get anything going. The defense couldn't stop anybody. The offense couldn't score. We thought maybe we were going to see a little bit different offense stuff here as Olguin runs for a long 57-yard touchdown, and then that's been it.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if we've actually got past the 50 in offense, Steven.
Yeah, I think you're right.
There's the kick. Olguin will pick this up at the 15, across the 20, 25, 30. Now the 35 after a stiff arm, and he gets hit out of bounds, but that was a brutal stiff arm by Olguin.
I thought they might get the horse collar there. It looked like he got him on the back of his shirt, but man, you get a little bit of blocking out in front of Olguin, and he'll get it done for you, and he gets them down to the 40-yard line. They'll be starting on their own 40. I feel like Aztec's offense is right there. If they can just get the blocking scheme corrected, they're going to have some big plays. I mean, Tanner, he obviously is going to make it happen for you. You just got to give him that break. You got to get that block for him. And it feels like they're right there. They just can't quite finish on those blocks.
Well, let's see what the Tigers do offensively now. There's motion. There's the snap. It's going to be a handoff to the youngster. That's number 5, Dixon, and he gets up the field. Nice gain on the play. He's going to pick up, I think they're going to give him 7.
I think so, and that's what I was saying earlier.
Nice run.
Get him in there and let him spell Olguin and let him run the ball. I mean, Dixon, he can run the ball. I know he's only a freshman, but that kid, he likes to get out there and get after it. And Albert and I talk about this. Like those freshmen, it doesn't matter if they're smaller. Like when you have that mentality and you're out there playing football, you want to get out there, you want to play, you want to make it happen, you want to prove to everybody you can do it, and that's what you see right there when you give them an opportunity.
Oh, he had a pep in his step on that run. Let's see if they go Dixon again. Here comes a snap, handoff Olguin to the far side this time, trying to get upfield, and he does. Beautiful cutback. Olguin still on his feet, right around the 45-yard line, and he's going to pick up 10 yards and an Aztec Tiger first down.
And I have to say it because I don't know if you saw it. Dixon went out and made a block. The guy he hit got away from him, but it was enough of a block to allow Olguin to cut back inside and get more yardage. And that's what I'm saying. You give those guys a chance, they don't care. They want to get out there and play, and they want to contribute. And Eric Dixon comes in, or not Eric, Eric's his dad, but Dixon comes in and makes an immediate impact. He's got fresh legs.
Sagata in motion. There's the snap. It's going to be a sweep to the far side. Olguin turned on the jets. He got away from the defensive end, and that shows the speed that Olguin brings to the table, Stephen, because he should have been hit in the backfield for a loss of about 4 yards, but Olguin turned on the supercharger, ran away from him, and then cut it upfield.
Yeah, they're getting this offense moving. That's what you want to see. Like this Aztec Tiger team, they don't have a bad offense. They just have to get a rhythm going. They have to pull it together and make it happen. So that's going to do it for the third quarter. We'll be going into the fourth quarter here in Aztec at Fred Cook Memorial Stadium.
Well, right there on that play, those are quick plays, Stephen. Nothing is being drug out in the offense, and we've been talking about that now for 3 weeks with this offense. And if you get those really fast plays, that doesn't allow the speed of the defense to get in there. It allows your offensive linemen and your wide receivers, because they're part of the blocking scheme, to hold on to at least the guy they're blocking in front of them for a second or two. That's enough time for Olguin to get upfield. And now you see the speed of Dixon. Even Dixon to get him up the field. What I would really like to see too, like to give some of these receivers a chance. What's number 16's name? Do you remember? I can't remember. 16 is Jonathan Perdomo.
I can't ever remember his name, but Perdomo and maybe Sagata, get him on some quick slants. Let him hit him, at that 3-5 yard mark and see what they can do with the ball.
Well, let's see what the Tigers come out with here, because they're going to split 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side. It's going to be Martin in the backfield with his running back in Olguin lined up to the left side of him. Let's see if they go Brody here. Deep single safety coverage over the top, so no double safety help. See what the Tigers decide to do here. There's a snap, handoff Olguin. Nice cutback by Olguin. The defense over pursued to the far side of the field. Stephen Olguin picked up on that, cut back, and boy, he is darn close to the first down. He's going to at least make it manageable, 3rd down and 2.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He has such great field vision. Like he keeps cutting back across the grain when the defense over pursues, and that's what they've been struggling with. They run these plays and they just run into the pile. Olguin sees it, and man, he gets back the other direction quick.
Well, let's see if the offensive line can hold them down right here. They need 2 yards with 3rd down. This is certainly 4-down territory, no doubt about it for the Tigers. Running clock as it's 35-point lead. There's a handoff to Dixon. And, boy, Stephen, he had a lane open in front of him, but he decided to pop that outside. When he did that, that quick linebacker, the second level of that defense for Taos, closed in on him and shut that lane down in a hurry.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to possibly be able to pick up that first down, but, yeah, like you said, he just popped out and tried to, and that's a young running back for you. He wants to make something happen. He jumped out. He's super quick. But right there, that's when you needed to just head down the field and pick up that first down and then see what you can come up with next. Now they're in a 4th and 2. It's definitely manageable, but let's see who. I wouldn't be surprised. They got Tanner taking the direct snap. Doesn't surprise me at all. See if he can pick up this first down. They need to get the blocking here.
Do they go at the defense, or does he pop it outside? Where's the run called here? Let's see where Olguin goes. And they're bringing the house at Olguin right now. They've got everybody at the line of scrimmage, and there's Olguin. Hey, man, whenever in doubt, give that young man the football and let him do what he does best, and he gets upfield. That's what I love about Olguin. He'll run forward, Steven, and maybe he'll bounce it out for a quick second, but he runs forward again. Yeah. He does not string things out.
Yeah, this is just this is Olguin's. This is his team. he's saying, I'm gonna take the load, and I'm gonna carry the ball. I'm gonna try to get us down the field. There's never any quit in that kid, and even at this point in the game with the running clock, he is absolutely wanting to get that ball in the end zone. No doubt about it.
Well, 9 minutes, a little over 9 minutes left in this 4th quarter. Taos has the lead, 42-6. There's a handoff to Olguin, and I don't know what happened, but he bobbled the ball. Here's Olguin still on his feet. Got hit out of bounds, but Steven, the quarterback in Joseph Martin lost the handle on the ball. He bobbled it a couple of times. Olguin actually caught the ball while he was bobbling it, got hit immediately. But man, that's the athleticism by Tanner Olguin. He sheds 3 tacklers, gets it upfield, makes it a manageable 2nd down and 2.
I'm telling you, he is not going to quit, and you could hand him the ball every play for the rest of this game, and you will not see any quit in that kid. And that's why the coaches have to kind of dial it back for him every once in a while, because he'll do it all if you let him. That was just all athleticism by Tanner Olguin right there.
Well, we got our good buddy, the head golf coach for the Aztec Tigers, and John Laws tuning in, watching the game, watching his Aztec Tigers play, and there's a handoff. See, that's the big hit right there that we're talking about, that Tanner is just not afraid to give you. He'll give you, get the football to him. I'm going north, Steven, and whoever's coming in my way, you better be ready for a collision, because I'm going to give it to you.
Yeah, Tanner, you can tell he wants to get, he's like, give me the ball. I want to put this thing in the end zone. And even I mean, if you're Taos, you almost know whose hands it's going to be in. But Tanner is just an athlete. He will find a way to beat you. Is that halftime score, Corey? Second quarter, okay.
Steven will give us an update for Bloomfield here momentarily. It's a handoff to Dixon. Get upfield. He does. Lowers the shoulder pad, still on his feet. And that's the physicality that this Aztec Tiger offense is needing. And you know that the spark by Olguin, Steven, has been huge for the Aztec Tigers. But, man, they brought Dixon in the backfield. He's been a nice spark for this offense.
And that's why I said at halftime it'd be nice to see them give Tanner a break and let Dixon. I mean, he can run the ball. I know he's a freshman, and I know that, you know, they've got a situation with, you know, different, they have to play on both teams or whatever, but I'm glad to see that they're letting Dixon get in there and get some carries.
Well,
nice run.
Tanner in the backfield. No, they're going to motion Tanner out. Swing pass, I'm sure. Oh, it is. And if they complete that, he will score. I thought the ball hit the ground.
Maybe it was a backward pass. Why don't they blow the whistle? It didn't look like a backwards pass to me, but maybe.
I thought he bobbled it and it hit the ground.
I'm not sure what happened there.
Yeah, see, they're saying incomplete. Why the heck didn't they blow their whistle? Again, you're leaving these players out here with a chance to get hurt when you should have. You knew the ball was incomplete. Blow the whistle, dead officials.
Well, we got a final score: Bloomfield 56-0. Corey, you said that was in the second quarter, correct? It was halftime, right? It has to go to halftime. So they finished the game by halftime over there in Kirtland as the Bloomfield Bobcats come up with another big win, 56-0. Haven't had an update on PV for a while.
There's a handoff to Olguin, trying to stretch it out. He does. He should get in the end zone. Touchdown, Aztec Tigers. And that'll stop the running clock, but Olguin gets it into the end zone for the Tigers for his second touchdown of the night.
Yeah, that does stop the running clock. You're right. Good job by Aztec right there. They marched the ball down the field, and I mean, you could just see it in Tanner. Like he did not want to quit. He wanted to get another one in the end zone, and I don't even think he necessarily cared if it was him or not. He just wanted to take that team down the field and get it in, and fortunately, he gets to be the one that carries it across the line. They're going to go for two here to make it that 14. 42-12 is your score as Aztec just puts another one in the end zone. PV tied 7-7 at half. Thank you, Corey, for that update.
Well, they got a tough game against number 10 ranked and undefeated Alamogordo right now. Here is the quarterback in Martin looking into the corner of the end zone, throws it up for grabs for Dixon. Dixon not able to come down with it. The 2-point can try no good, and it is 42-12. And now we'll go back to normal time run off the clock as that killed the running clock for Taos.
So we have 5:51 left here in the fourth quarter as Aztec puts another one up on the board. Now they need to. They really need to get a defensive stop. And I get it. The game is pretty much out of reach, but it would be nice to see this defense come out and have some success and get a stop here. And what they did right there is they kept their offense out there long enough to burn some of that clock off to not give Taos just a ton of time to keep getting the ball and doing what they're doing. But man, I'll tell you what, this Taos team has played well tonight. They're 0-3, looking to get their first win tonight, but they look pretty tough tonight.
They sure do. I mean, and they, as I mentioned in our pregame, I mean, they lost to a really tough and a very high-ranked team in Los Alamos. Did Taos? They lost to them. And that game, excuse me, was their second game of the season that they played. They also played St. Mike's, who, if I'm not mistaken, they were the state champs last year in 3A.
I think you're right.
They lost that game 26-0, and then they lost a heartbreaker to Highland 26-20. So it seems like Taos was getting their feet underneath them going into district, and really, that's all that matters. As long as you're hitting your stride, your top RPMs by the time you get into district, that's all that matters.
Yeah, we got to meet the Taos coach last year, and he's quite a guy. He's a good guy, so I'm sure he's going to have this team prepared for this upcoming district season for sure.
It's going to be, it's on the ground. It's loose. Taos looks like they crawled to it, I guess is the best way to put it, as it was a fumble down on the field. They had to jump on it, and it's going to be first down and 10 for the Taos Tigers. Let's see if they come out with their starting offense still. And I'm going to assume they're going to have to, Stephen. They don't have very many players on the other side of the field to kind of switch any fresh players out.
But I'll tell you what, that number 35, and I know is it Romero, you think, who that is?
That's who they have on their roster.
Anyway, I mean, they're going to have to wrap that kid's ankles because that kid is not going to go down. He's fresh legs coming in here at the end of the game. You're going to have to make sure and take care of wrapping him up.
Got a shout out here. Hello, this is Dana all the way from Taos, New Mexico. Want to give my boy a shout out. Devin Martinez, number 60. Go Taos.
All right.
So another Taos fan. Love hearing from those guys. And of course, we made that trip down there last year.
Yeah.
And it was a first class service for us as they rolled out the red carpet for us, treated us real well. And the coach, the community over there, they fed us. Well, they asked us if we wanted to eat. We had 8 before we got there, but great people over there in Taos. There's a snap handoff, and it's the speedster right up the middle. Steven, he didn't even get touched by the time he hit the 30. It was 17 yards upfield. He tried to cut back up, did number 6 in Lucero, Eli's Lucero. His feet just came out from underneath him, or he might still be running. Yeah,
that was the turf monster that helped Aztec out there as he tried to cut and his foot slipped out from underneath him, but nice run by Lucero. Like you said, I don't even think he got touched whenever he slipped and fell down. He got all the way down to that point without being touched.
Well, you like to hear the saying lightning and thunder. That kid is all lightning. Lucero has a ton of speed for Taos. Number 5 goes in motion. That's Ortega. It's going to be option read, faked option to Ortega. The quarterback Salazar keeps it, and he gets hit out of bounds, but he's going to pick up the first down, and that'll move the chains for the Taos Tigers.
Well, I mean, Segadas, I think he's frustrated, but you have to contain that. You have to turn that quarterback up the middle, and I mean, it's easy for Salazar to make that fake out to the fake pitch out because you know that it's his responsibility to keep you inside. So that just opened up a huge lane for Salazar. If you're Segata, you got to rely on the rest of your team to come up and fill that.
Yep, I don't disagree with you on that one. Here comes Aztec. They look like they're bringing the house on a blitz, but let's see if they back out of it. There's a snap. They don't. They bring everybody. And again, gosh, that kid is so fast. And Eli Lucero. I mean, you got to love the way he runs the football, Steven. He gets the ball. There's no hesitation. I'm going straight up the field. I'm going north right now.
Yeah, he's like I said, he's like Tanner O'Gean. He's quick and fast. I mean, he's shifty. He finds ways to get around you, and then he just takes off like a lightning bolt.
So here comes the Taos Tigers pistol formation. They spread 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side, 2 running backs in the backfield with a tight end to the far side. Here's Salazar calling for the football, looking over the defense. 4 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in the 4th quarter, and we got a whistle. I don't know who blew the whistle. There we go. Timeout Taos. It is. Timeout Taos.
Well, folks, thank you guys for tuning in, and make sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you go follow us on social media. We're on Facebook and Instagram. We have a business page. It's at Desert Sports. It's Desert Sports Live business page with the big D as our profile picture and our Garage Guys team picture in the background. We will be having our next episode of Garage Guys on Monday evening, where we'll cover this game plus several more, as we'll be talking about PV Farmington, probably some Navajo Prep as well, because they didn't have a great night last night, but they've been doing pretty good. But make sure and tune in and check us out on all those platforms.
Well, the Tigers, doesn't get any easier for them, Stephen. They'll take on the Bloomfield Bobcats in Bloomfield next Friday night, the number 1 team in 4A. So Aztec hoping to get out of here healthy and then get ready to gear up for a Bloomfield game. As I I don't know why they're waiting for the countdown from the back judge, because the clock's not running. So there's no need for Taos to wait for the back judge to give him the 10-second countdown, because the clock's not running. So you're not killing any time off the clock. I'm not sure what that was all about, but they should be able to just come to the line of scrimmage, snap the football, and then get back to the line of scrimmage to wait for the 10-second countdown from the back judge. Let's see if they get that.
That caused their line to have a false start.
It sure did. That backfired on him a little bit there. So here we go. It's Salazar in shotgun formation. That's Ortega in motion. Hand off to number 6, Lucero. And Aztec does a better job that time of wrapping him up. He's going to gain up close to 5 yards on that handoff, but it brings up 3rd down and 3 for Taos. And now the clock will start to roll.
Well, that was 10 yards, wasn't it? That was like, because they had.
Oh, that's right. They got it. Yeah, you're right.
That was a big run right there. And he might have actually. I think he got about 16. Is that?
It was about 12 yards, because they were back 5.
That was a good run by Lucero right there.
Salazar. Now, in shotgun with 2 running backs in the backfield with him. Now this is where you just let the time run off and wait for the back judge. There he goes. There's the 10-second warning. Now he'll go to the next arm to give you 5. There's a snap. Handoff Lucero, and he's got a ton of room, Steven. He may be gone. Let's see if Dixon can catch him and bring him down, and he does before he gets into the end zone. But, man, is that kid quick. Goodness, that young guy can run.
Oh, my goodness. That was not smart. I don't know what happened, but Dixon got up, and Lucero ran and got in his face, and Dixon pushed him away. He got back in his face. He pushed him away again. Flag started flying, and then Jayton Sims came running down in there and ran into somebody, and yeah, just unfortunate. I don't know what the heck that was all about.
Yeah, it's strange. It was such a great run by Lucero. Then he pops up and pushes one of the Aztec Tigers. The Aztec Tiger pushed him away, told him to keep going, and Lucero jumped in his face again. And that time, one of the Aztec Tigers pushed him, and that's really when all the flags started flying out.
I think the bad part about that is if you come off the bench to do something like that, you're ejected. I think that you get ejected. Am I right about that?
You're 100% right. You are not supposed to come off the sideline over there. Yeah, it's just a sad thing for this to happen towards the end of the game. But, you know, again, these are high school kids. The flip side to that is, man, you see it on every level of football, college and the NFL. You see all these players popping up and having always something to say to somebody, different things like that. We have to remember they're high school kids still.
Yeah. And I know the emotions get the best of you, but at this point in the game, I'm not sure. I think whatever happened whenever Dixon tackled Lucero, he was not happy about something in that process, and he got up and got in Dixon's face, and I'm not sure. We'll see how this all pans out, I guess. The refs down there having a big-time discussion.
This is taking way too long for them. I mean, you know, really, you're going to throw the penalty on the first 2 players that were involved, and if they did see somebody come off the field, then you just write that number down. He's going to be ejected. It's going to be, you know, it's going to be offsetting penalties unless they're going to throw a flag on 2 separate players for each team. But we'll find out here shortly.
Looks like the white hat's going to come and let us know what going on here.
Here we go, dead ball. So after the tackle, after the play, personal foul. Well, maybe. Here we go again. Personal foul against the Aztec Tigers. Personal foul against Taos. Personal foul against Aztec, 2 of them. He is ejected. So the player that came off the bench will be ejected out of this game. And he's going to be ejected out of the Bloomfield game until the 4th quarter with 3:13 left on the clock against Bloomfield for the Tigers.
Yeah, that was not a smart decision. Yep. So Sims will not be able to play in the next game, as he came off the bench. So after all that, we have a 3:13 left here as Taos had that nice run down to the 2. Are they on the 2-yard line? I can't. Is the ball even out there? I don't even know where. I don't even see the ball out on the field right now.
Well, actually, I think so. So the first 2 penalties will be offsetting. The third one, I don't know if they're going to actually mark that off against the Aztec Tigers. It'll go half the distance to the goal because it was a dead ball. So I think all 3 of those fouls are offsetting. So if you have a foul against one team and another, if there's more behind that, they'll all be offsetting, because you don't see them marking off the ball to where Lucero got knocked out of bounds. So it's going to be offsetting penalties against Taos and Aztec. The only difference is the player for Aztec is ejected in this the remainder of 3 minutes and 13 plus the entire game against Bloomfield until the fourth quarter with 3:13 left to go. So it's going to be first down and goal Taos, Stephen, and we'll see if Taos decides to punch it into the end zone and get the running clock going. Do they take a knee? Who knows? But I mean, if you're asking me, Steven, you almost give it to number 6, Lucero, who got you down there.
Yeah, Lucero's getting it done right now for Taos, that's for sure.
But they also have Romero in the backfield as well, and they do. They give it to number 6, Lucero, who got into the end zone pretty much untouched, and it's going to be a touchdown, Taos.
So 48-12 is your score. And do the math for me, Corey. Is that? Are we back to the 35 running? Thank you. My brain just doesn't want to do it, so I have to ask Corey. I know you guys can't hear Corey, but he lets me know what's going on.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that to you guys. Steven keeps saying Corey and talking to Corey, and I forget you can't hear him.
You guys can't hear him, but I like to talk to him.
So here we go. Steven likes to go Days of Thunder. Tom Cruise with Corey here. There's the snap, the hold, the kick is up. Let's see if anybody knows what I'm talking about with Tom Cruise out there, where he likes to talk to his crew chief when he's in the hospital getting his MRI. That's a little bit of kind of what I'm talking about. So that kick is good, and the clock will begin to run yet again.
Well, folks, we are here in the fourth quarter. This game almost coming to an end. We want to say thank you to Jake. He's been running the camera for us all night and done a fantastic job. Corey's been on production. He's the one that's been switching the cameras and putting our mugs up on the screen for you guys and taking care of the sound. We appreciate those guys on the production side. And we appreciate you guys tuning in. We can see that we've had a lot of viewers tonight for this game, and we appreciate you guys listening in and watching our broadcasts. Do we have a home game? I think we're going to be doing a special one next week. Is that correct?
We are. Wednesday night. We've got the Aztec Tigers, the junior high team,
the 8th grade
Middle
team.
School.
Yeah. We're going to come out and do that game against the Bloomfield Bobcats,
That's
correct?
right. Just got word, too. My second favorite player will be out for that game.
Yes,
Against
that's true.
the Bloomfield Bobcats for the junior high team. That goes right to Tanner at the 15, cross the 20, now to the 30. Trying to cut it outside. He's not going to make it. And we got a flag already while the play is still going. And
where's that at? I didn't even see the flag.
The far side, right around the 30-yard line. If you can see the lines, you'll see the flag right next to it.
Yep,
and let's see who that goes against. He threw that right where they were trying to tackle Tanner, but I don't know why they're calling for the clock to stop, because it's running clock. So here we go. Personal foul against Taos. Face mask, 15-yarder. So here we go.
I can tell you, like, the reason that those penalties come is because Tanner won't go to the ground and they just start reaching and grabbing.
Yeah.
And I'm not bagging on Taos. That's just why that happens. Is, you know, typically you grab a guy, he goes down to the ground, and it's all plays over. But Tanner's twisting and turning, and they're just reaching and grabbing, trying to get him to the ground, and that's how he draws those face mask penalties.
Sometimes you're just trying to figure out how to get the guy down, and you grab a handful of face mask. So the Tigers now the ball at the 48-yard line with a little under 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go in this game. There's a snap. Now the clock should run. Hand off to Tanner. Nice cutback. He's going to get hit right down in the middle of the field. He's going to cross the 50 to the 48-yard line. Brings up 2nd down and 6 for the Tigers.
Yeah, I'm not sure that I would still be having Tanner running the ball at this point.
Yeah, you know, right, I'm with you. Actually,
I know he wants
you're
to.
Right.
But
you're so right. I didn't even think about that. Bring in the youngsters, hand the football off a little, keep your guys healthy. And it's Dixon in the backfield now with his quarterback in Martin. There's a snap, handoff Dixon to the far side. He's going to cut upfield, nice cut back. Beautiful run by Dixon, still on his feet, lowering his shoulder pads and giving that defense every bit they can handle. But time goes below 2 minutes now after the first down, Steven, and this is going to do it for this game, depending on if Aztec gets it in the end zone. But Taos is going to go on to win this game and get their first district win and their first win of the season, but more importantly, their first district win of the year.
Yep, you are correct. And, you know, as we come down to the end of this game, we want to wish the Taos Tigers and their fans safe travels back to Taos, as they will have to travel back this evening. And watch out for the animals. Last year when we were traveling, we saw a ton, and I mean, anybody that travels that road knows that, but we saw a ton of elk and deer last year when we were traveling back from Taos. So just be safe. Appreciate you guys coming and watching the game and tuning in.
And thanks for the text messages from all of you. And Stephen's right. We want to prayers out to Taos, the players, the coaches, their staff, the family members that made this trip up here. Safe travels back home. That's a fumble. And it looks like Taos got it, and they did. Bad handoff exchange between the quarterback in Martin and the intended running back in Olguin. Popped out of Olguin's stomach, went right into the hands of Taos, and we've got less than 30 seconds to go. Stephen, it doesn't get any easier for either of these teams.
No, not
Taos has an off week next Friday, and then guess who they take on the next week? It's the Bloomfield Bobcats.
Yep.
Aztec goes over to Bloomfield next week for that game Friday night. So, folks, that's going to do it for this game here. As you see, Taos just going into victory formation. All they're going to do is snap the ball and kneel it. They only have to do it one time, and then this game is going to be over. But, Stephen, any final thoughts from you on this game and for the Tigers going into Bloomfield next week?
No, I just wanted to say, you know, like I said, safe travels to Taos, but also to our Aztec fans. Thank you guys for being faithful and tuning into us. We appreciate you guys so much. We know a lot of people personally that come up and talk to us, and we thank you guys for continuing to support us here in Aztec and allowing us to come and do what we do. And you know, like we just wish the best for both these teams. We hope they have success. You know, Taos, I hope Mays, I hope he comes out okay. I know that was a tough loss for the Taos Tigers, and we wish him the best of luck. But everybody out there, thank you guys for listening in and tuning in, Albert, and thank you to Jake and Corey over here in production, and we appreciate all of you guys.
All right, folks, so that'll do it. Taos wins this game over the Aztec Tigers, and they'll both go on to the next 2 weeks and take on the Bloomfield Bobcats. Will both of them, Aztec next week at Bloomfield for Friday night football, and then Taos is off next week. They go to take on Bloomfield the following week after that. Safe travels to Taos, everybody involved. Safe travels to our fans here at Aztec High School as well. Hopefully everybody got out healthy and safe. Thanks for rocking out for it with Desert Sports Live. God bless. And
appreciate you guys.
We are out.